Whew. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? We got, what, 700 people in here? Almost 800 people. Hit that like button before we get started. I see a lot of talk about the price of AMC, what's going on with AMC. What's going on? How's everybody doing this morning? Is the connection okay? Is the audio okay? Does everything look good? You have 5K in AMC. That's good. Depend what price? Alex. Start getting used to some names as I see them in the chat, but I think there's some names that I recognize. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. They're not allowed to short AMC today, right? I did hear that. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't fully look into that. Yeah, I didn't see that. But I know they did open up restrictions. Not completely open, but they did open up restrictions. I did hear some people talk about that, but I just didn't see any physical like writing on it. So that's where I always get thrown back. Let's see, I got 186 shares at 14.50. I'm gonna hold. Good. It's always great to have a strategy. If you have the money to average down, that's always a good situation, because then any money that it moves up, you obviously gain more money back if you wanted to get to break even, or gain a profit or whatever. But yes, if you're looking to hold AMC, hold AMC. I am not a financial advisor. I would like to say that. That's a disclaimer. It's in the description, even if I don't spell it right most of the time. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy when I buy. Just because you hear me saying that I'm going to buy at a certain point, it does not mean that you need to buy at that point. Because remember, I can always average down in every case in order to gain some sort of profit or limit my losses. So that's something that not everybody has the ability to do, 6 times shares in GME. So we have 2 hours until the market's open, and we have a lot of time to talk about what's going on in the pre-market and post-market, well, the after-hours market, total after-hours. You have 69 shares at $12.98. That's still middle of the roadish. That's good. 500 shares at $9.56. I have, let's scroll over. I have 1,400 shares at $9.99. So that's under how many I have. Let's see. Chat's definitely moving a little bit better today. I slowed it down even more because I know it was moving a little bit fast. I want my $50 back. What $50? I have 2K in AMC, 19 at 19 price. Do you have any advice? That's very high. I expected to get up to that 20. I mean, the only thing I can really go off of is all the news that's out there, not really what's happening in the chart. If you do have it at 19, I mean, it's wise to lower your cost basis if you can. If you can't, then it's wise to just hold. I don't know how much. So you have 2K and 19. Hopefully that's money that you're willing to. I mean, right now it's probably half that, right? But yeah, I think you just need to hold. But again, this is not financial advice. You do what's best for you. If you feel like you're not going to gain a profit, or you're not going to, or you don't want to lose any more money, then go ahead and sell. You know, I'm all for it. You have 1.25K at 1509. That's a little on the higher side as well. You can lower your cost basis, that would be great. 70 shares at $8.62. That's good. The thing today is I've seen some positivity in the pre-market that I wanted to get into later. But I do want to show, let me show my screen here. I do want to show the fact that Robinhood is actually increasing the positions. So I guess the maximum number of contracts that you can have, which is always good. But people that had a number of contracts before that are okay. So yeah. The only thing is I don't understand why they even have any restrictions, any limits at all at this point, because they did raise the cash in order to do so. But 1,250 shares for AMC, 100 shares for GME. But we need to keep creating this buying power. This is the problem. At these low prices, we create this buying power, which will really push us forward. I feel like that's always a good deal, right? You're only losing if you sell. Yeah, the gain is on, or the loss is realized once you sell. So if you're down $2,000, that loss is realized exactly when you sell. I did see something about the BlackRock position. I don't know how much that will affect the stock price. You would think that it would, but I don't know how much it would. Especially since I didn't see when I looked into that, I didn't see a price that they bought it at. Did they buy it or was it gifted to them? I don't know what it was, because it did not have a price attached to it, which I would like to know, because if it did have a price, we can figure out about what time that volume went through if they did purchase it for BlackRock. So yeah. Do you think AMC will go down again today? I will go through the chart in a little bit, and we can talk about that. What I'm seeing in the pre-market, but to tell you the truth, the chart has not told me a ton. It's kind of going against a lot of the logic that I see, but yeah, I mean, I can definitely say I can see it going up. I wouldn't say I see it going down a significant amount, but you look at the pre-market, you look at yesterday, and you know, nothing's predictable at this point. Besides with all of the news that we have, you know. Victor, is it Victor's? Thank you for the 5. I don't know what currency that is, but thank you for the super chat. People are comparing GME to Volkswagen, but wouldn't Wall Street learn from the past and avoid the mistakes happen again? And how often do you stream? I just started streaming this often to cover all of this stuff. I don't know how often I'm actually going to stream. Maybe it's like a couple of days a week, or I might do it every day. I don't really know exactly how this is going to play out, but I really just started streaming on this channel. I used to stream on my other channel, but if I had to compare it to GME to Volkswagen, and yes, I think they would learn from that situation, and you can tell with what they're doing now, they kind of have. We still do look at it and we see a comparison because we are hitting our low point this early, which we do have a comparison there, which means we would increase. We would have a spike here, but I think they would learn from it, and that's why I think they're going to take some sort of steps to limit the amount that it does increase so it doesn't go back to where it was. So that's why I'm saying that I don't believe that people saying GME is going to go over $1,000. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think it's going to push close to 500. So if you did buy in at 500, that's where basically the break even will be, and I don't believe it will push past that. Wall Street, all of these funds, these firms are trying to limit what we can do, the impact that we can do, and the SEC is pretty much blind. So they don't care about what's going on. Yeah, from what I'm understanding, I mean, I'm holding AMC, but I'm trying to really understand exactly what's going on with these stocks. Are they still shorting it? Is it something compared to like the Big Short? If you've seen that movie, to where they're continuing to, you know, short the stock, short the positions as the price went up, and obviously it drives the price down, artificially driving the price down as well by doing these ladder attacks as well. So that's something I look at and go, what? Why are they doing this? And it's all to save them their billions of dollars. If they can turn negative billions of dollars into negative millions of dollars, that's definitely a plus for them. Not for us, for them. Holding at 500. Wait, holding 500 at 11. I thought you were talking about GME. It happened last week. Cut your losses. You might be wrong. I mean, that's where it's unpredictable. I mean, if you do compare it to the Volkswagen squeeze, then you're going to see that we hit our low point right now, which means that we would have that spike sooner or later. And we also have a lot of positive news for us that will push that price up. You know, and the fact that somebody, you know, does have a call option for it to go to 20 at 2 million. I mean, that's, nobody puts a lot of money to not, you know, get to that spot unless they physically do not care about money and they're a billionaire, you know. Thank you, Dennis, for the super chat. We have 360 shares of GME at 167 and scared to put more money into average down. Where do I forecast GME today? Or where do I forecast? Yeah. If it gets to 140, do I hold? Or do I get out, or do I hold? If it gets to 140, do I get out or do I hold? You hold it at 160. Are you willing to just accept a certain loss at that point, Dennis? It just all depends what you're comfortable with. If you're really scared of losing that and don't want to have that chance of the increase, then yeah, I mean, go ahead and get out. You know, sell, because whenever you get to a certain point to where you can tolerate the loss. But the point of this is that you should be using money that you can tolerate losing, and if you don't, then it's obviously going to be scary for you. You know, this sucks. How you can see that I am, you know, basically $10,000 in, and I have $3,000 that I'm losing, right? So this is an unrealized gain, and I know that this is unrealized gain. So I'm not stressing it. You don't see me like, you know, stressing everything. So I think you just need to figure out what is the best time or what is the best price for you to get out if you wanted to get out, or if you're comfortable with holding. I wouldn't suggest that anybody does anything with their own money. It's your money. But whatever you feel comfortable with, you know, go for it. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Aaron, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that. What was that? Do you think buying AMC now is reasonable? Just your personal opinion. AMC now? Yeah, let's since we have time, I mean, let's just go into the chart. I know some people want to know what's going on here, but I do think buying AMC now would be reasonable. The reason why is because it's definitely going to have its lows and highs today. The pre-market looks pretty good. Where is that? Yeah, the pre-market looks pretty good. So if I look at this, it looks way more volatile than it did in other days. You know, obviously it started to trail off a little bit, but it looks way more volatile than in other days. And that's always a good sign. That means you have buying power, you have a little bit of selling power. But if you look at it, it's not something that's completely downhill like the other ones, like the other days, the other pre-market days. You're seeing a lot of green. You're seeing big candlesticks, very thick candlesticks, meaning we have a lot of selling power or a buying power from, you know, basically from these lows, pushing all the way up to these, you know, high points. And it even, peaked at, I think, I don't even know what it peaked at, $8 and some odd cents, $8.75. So you see the positivity there, right? And I think that we're going to be able to, if you buy into it, let's say at $7, I think we're going to have the peaks and valleys to where you can gain some sort of a profit out of it. If you're not in AMC at all and you feel like you just want to gain a little bit of a profit, I don't think it's too late to get in, because I still don't know where the full spike will be, where the top will be. So I think AMC is not a bad decision to get in, and that's my personal opinion. It's not my financial opinion. If you feel like you can't justify spending the money or the risk, then please hold on to your money. But yeah, thank you for the super chat there. Hopefully I answered your question. They bought 6 million AMC shares. The problem that I'm seeing with that is, I know BlackRock, you said they bought 6 million shares. I did not, like I said, I didn't see a price for that. I wanted to see them buy in at like $10, or they bought in at something. It just didn't make sense to me. What's the good news that we will increase the stock? Well, there's a lot of things that goes in our favor. It's not just like good news. Oh, well, they acquired this company. Like, that's not the good news that I'm talking about. It's mainly just a lot of things that go in our favor, like the shorts, like the buying power, the fact that we have, once we get past all of this limiting us and restricting us, you're going to see the buying power. A lot of people are excited. You can see it in the thousands of people that are in streams. They're really excited. They're ready to push up this price, and you see that. But then every time the price pushes up, you have higher highs and higher lows, and it should continue to push up. You have a lot of people that are buying, but the problem is that something's happening with these sells. Maybe people are getting in at this low point, which was like $6, and it pushes up to this $8.75 cent mark. So then they sell off a little bit, which always happens. You have that large spike, very slow bowed spike, and then you have a larger spike up here to where it pulls back to the trend line. So it's definitely tough to say exactly what will happen, but we have a lot of things that are kind of flowing in our favor here. Christian, thank you for the super chat. What's your guess for GME price today? Love your streams. Thank you. Well, I'm glad that you love my streams. I appreciate that. But my overall opinion of GME, I like the fact that their pre-market prices, I'm actually, went pretty high here. Well, not pretty high, but went up, compared to other days. Other days has been flat, just like AMC. The only thing that I'm still skeptical about is you look at AMC in the pre-market and you look at GME in the pre-market. They're still identical. That's the only thing that gets me a little upset. The increases, the decreases, every single spike, every single valley, like you can see exactly what the difference is. This is why I'm saying that I don't really know what's going to be the ultimate prediction of GME. I think eventually we will have that spike, right? But with everything being exactly the same, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't. It looks like clear market manipulation. And yesterday, when you see that in one day, you're like, okay, maybe it's the fact that everybody's excited about this. It creates volume. When people don't get restricted, they can buy. But you can see that the same brokerages must be restricting at the same time. You notice that some people had trouble buying Infidelity, then all of a sudden they could be able to buy Infidelity during another minute that might have been a minute that was already down. You know what I mean? So the buying power has to be limited. And that's what they're doing. So it makes no sense to me why the charts are pretty much exactly the same here. The only thing it looks different is towards the tail end. You see this increase here. Just this little increase with GME, which makes me feel good about it. But what I want to see in the pre and post market is a lot of volatility. That's what I want to see. So I can't really give my prediction for a price today. I just need to see what else happens in the pre-market. We still have basically 2 hours in the pre-market here. So we have to see how that plays out, and then hopefully it opens and pushes up. That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you for the super chat again. I appreciate that. Fidelity, the Active Trader Pro is buggy. By Tough Web Page. See, I've never had a problem with Active Trader Pro. I was always good with it. And then yesterday, it just seemed like everything was actually, well, not only the fact that I just couldn't buy and it kept giving me those error messages, but it looked like they were actually restricting me at that point. And I didn't know that Fidelity would restrict anybody. I never had any trouble any other day. But yeah, John asks, should I buy AMC? It's all up to you. If you always have to justify whether the fact that you can, spend the money on stocks. If you don't have the money, if you feel like you need to put that towards bills or towards something else, don't buy into AMC. Don't fall into the hype where a lot of people are excited about how this price is going to move. Some people are upset about the fact that it had a crazy downward spiral in the past couple of days, expecting like something big to happen, new highs and all that stuff. But yeah, that didn't happen. So it depends. Whatever your situation is, you got to make sure your financial situation is right. So thank you for the super chat. Keep up the content. You seem pretty calm and chill. Love your content. Please make more videos. I will definitely make more videos. I'll continue to make videos every day. I try to upload as much as possible. I don't know, it just calms me down when I upload and can just speak my mind. Some of these the streams actually make me feel a little bit better than a lot of the videos that I create. I can just sit here and talk, and it's not something I have to worry about to where I have to go and edit and do all this extra stuff. I have the streaming software to where I can show what I need to show and go from there. But yeah, make sure that things are okay. Both my daughters are here. We had a huge snow day. I don't know if anybody else had a ton of snow where you guys live, but there's a lot of snow. And I was excited because I know this is getting off topic, because I finally seen some kids that wanted to work and make money shoveling snow. I didn't see that for the past 3 years that I've lived here, so it was definitely interesting. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to make money every single place that I could. I would go out and shovel snow and make $200, $300 in that day, because that's an opportunity to make a ton of money, We have 3,000, actually 4,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. We're going to continue to go through all of the analysis here. Understand that Robinhood and other apps can still restrict your trading, and they can do it at any time. They're not just going to say, oh, we'll restrict your trading to 1,200. But if the volume is where they don't want it to be, then they can restrict it at any time. That's market manipulation, right? But they can do it. It's in the contract that you sign. Can you look at the fundamental analysis of GME on Fidelity? It is very interesting data right below the stock chart. The problem is that I don't want to look at all of this stuff down here, all of the news down here, because a lot of times it's driven by people that maybe want you to sell. So if I'm looking at all of the different analysis here, whether it's undervalued, overvalued, anything like that, the earnings per share, all of this other stuff, it really doesn't factor into what the price actually is, because this is not the norm, in my opinion. I've never been, well, I can't say I've never been a person that cares about the norm here, that cares about all of this information here, the metrics. But it's definitely something that's outside of what normally would happen. So we can look at the analysis, how the market is moving or how the stock is moving. But all of this news here, unless you actually see some really good things that will tell you what's happening with GME, how the stock price is going to be moving, the limits per share, all of those things. I feel like it's very difficult to get an understanding of what's actually happening based on the normal analysis of what they give you at Fidelity or all of these other brokerage accounts. So the only thing I can go off of is really the chart, in my opinion, and that's why I try and continue to add these indicators. And something simple, I would add more indicators to give you a full analysis of the chart, but it's much easier just to see one line and see a simple moving average and be able to compare that to a simple moving average, even though there's a lot of other things that you could factor in. Again, thank you for the super chat. I think both AMC and GME. AMC is now down to $7.90. Where did it close at? AMC closed at $7.82, so we're still above where we closed at, but we're just waiting for those days, that one day to where we see it really push up. Obviously we had a lot of distractions, and this is why I'm trying to focus on AMC and GME. You don't see me have Nokia or COS or all of these other things. I see somebody says that COS spiked in the pre-market 70% before AMC and GME. What are your thoughts? I see that's the thing. I can't give my thoughts. If it did spike, then that's obviously a good thing. If you wanted to put some money in there, obviously it's kind of late if it spiked 70%. But I have no opinion on that. I think they're allowing a lot more shares and not restricting sharing there as well. So. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, I'm late, but I heard on a podcast yesterday the hedge fund guys were halted by Congress for using a short ladder tactic to manipulate the stock. I didn't hear that. I tried to look up some news here. I didn't see anything about that. I did hear something that it could be halted, but I didn't. Obviously, it's interesting that AOC would lead the charge. If you hear a lot of stomping up there, my children again, they're here. They're probably not going to daycare today, so you might hear them run around, screaming, all that other stuff. What kids do. Let's see. I don't know if this is it. But on Thursday, sorry, I'm just trying to go through this to see if this is actually what allowed trading Friday. I don't know if this is actually it. U.S. Congress to hold hearings on when was that? January 28th. So, well, did they end up doing that? Because this was on the 28th. I don't see anything. Like any new news on that. But if they did, then obviously we should see something completely different here. That's why we're seeing a lot of this movement in the pre-market. If we're seeing a lot of this movement, like this is the most volatility that I've ever seen in the pre-market. I guess this week, in the past, let's say 3 days, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, right? So this is definitely different when I look at the chart and how everything looks. The only thing is that it does look pretty similar. I don't like that. But if we're stopping all of these hedge funds from shorting it, from doing these ladder tactics, then that's a good thing, right? It's going to help our cause out because then we can buy. The problem is that with them not doing these ladder tactics, will the price increase? Do we have enough buying power in order to push the price up? said AOC is done. Yes, I'm going to focus on GME and AMC. I'm not going to look at costs. Sorry, maybe later in the day, towards the end of the day. Its cost is up 46%, 46.5 dollars. When did I get in on AMC? I actually got in initially. I got in at 13.55. Saw that it pushed up. It was pushing up. I bought more shares of AMC at 14.70. So my cost basis was pretty high comparably. But then I got out at 15.15, noticing that it did have its peaks and valleys between that 15 mark and the $6 mark at that time. So I was like, all right, well, I need to get in at a lower cost basis. So I ended up getting in at 12.50, 400 shares at 12.50, and then I averaged down at 11.50, and I also averaged down at like the $7 range or something. So I had a number of shares that I bought after, but the initial investment was 13.50. I just averaged down so that I can get my cost basis way lower. So now my cost basis here is $10. So I have 1,400 shares at $10. Hopefully that answers your question. It's all red. I think my hand's turning paper. If you feel like, well, if you feel like you can't afford to lose the money, then definitely go ahead and sell. I'm not going to tell anybody to hold if they can't hold. If you can justify like taking that money and not having it anymore, right? Then that's obviously a good thing. You know, you can have a calm attitude and be losing $3,000. You know, you can have that calm attitude. So you can hold if you want. You can sell if you want, but you know, it's your decision. It's all your decision. You was in at 10. You were in at 10. Chart is in a 6-month. My chart's in a 6-month. But yeah, we really need to see exactly what's gonna happen here. So as the stock price is moving, as I'm looking at it on my chart right now, GME is at $88, $89, and AMC's at $7.94. So that's how that's looking so far. We really don't see much movement right now. If the hedge funds were halted, that will be amazing for our buying power, but I'm not 100% sure that happened because I didn't read anything that said that they were halted. I seen something that said that U.S. Congress was to hold a hearing 6 days ago because they halted trading, but I don't see anything about these ladder attacks. Like, it makes no sense that they're allowed to do this, that this is even a thing. They always find a way around it. And the funny thing is, no matter what they do, they're like, oh, well, you know what? I didn't know we couldn't do that. I didn't know we couldn't manipulate the price. Like, what's going on, you know? Yeah, I still don't see anything. Let me know if you have anything. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. What's going on today? I'm buying at $6.69. Yeah, if it gets that low, I definitely will probably average down again. I mean, that's amazing. Nokia's announcing earnings tomorrow. That's interesting, and you're gonna have some positive news there, hopefully. Do you think GME and AMC will come back? I do think they will come back. Everything tells me that they will come back, but if they keep doing, if the hedge funds are still able to do these ladder tactics, then it's going to be tough to say. It's going to be very tough to say. So I try to make it realistic and give my opinion. I look at the charts here. I look at the charts and I'm thinking, oh, well, you know, there's there's a bunch of positive news. It's definitely going to come back here. Positive news meaning like, green candlesticks, very large green candlesticks, which means we have a lot of buying power in the pre-market. The problem is this sell-off here. So once it hit its high here, people may have bought somewhere at that low point, $6 or wherever it was at, I think $6 low point, and then you see that slow trail off, but it's not a steep one, so it's definitely tough to say. I'm trying to really go off of what I see on the chart. Maybe if I see any higher highs and higher lows, then I would see a push up. But I want to see a couple of touch points here. I want to see where they can touch, where they resist from, because right now it's not looking like they're resisting from much. From AMC, from here, the only thing I guess they're resisting from is at 870 point, but it's not a couple of touch points. You do have this that's close to here, but I would say you need like a third touch point in order to confirm that it's pulling away at that point. But then again, the open tells you something completely different because you have more people that are buying and selling and things like that. We have 5,000 people in here. Hit that like button, get it over 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. Yeah, I guess you're right, Mustafa. Ladder attacks are only illegal if it's not them doing it, and I would agree with that. Anything that we do that gains us money is illegal, but anything that they do is perfectly okay. Nobody looks at them. Nobody says you're doing something wrong here. Maybe some people in Congress will say that's wrong, but we call it out, and it doesn't even matter really. You see how once the price went up and they were losing billions of dollars, you've seen how they were getting all upset and sad and crying like babies. I mean, yeah, you're losing billions of dollars, but that's like you losing billions of dollars is like us losing thousands of dollars. So that's how it is. And obviously they put in all these tactics so that they can limit their losses or find a way to make money because they're shorting the stock up at its high prices and continue to short it, and then they do these obviously ladder tactics to where they can lower the price, artificially lower the price, and basically buy back their shorts, buy back their positions. Yeah, I guess that's true, Bobby. Thank you for the super chat. As long as we all hold, the hedge funds can't continue this, as the interest on their shorts will continue to accrue. Um, the interest is extremely high. Yeah, I would agree with you. The problem is the fact that they continue to do this, and if they keep shorting at these higher points, let's say they shorted at like 300, they shorted at 500, 400, whatever. They're artificially lowering these prices so that they can buy back the stock at these prices. So they're limiting their losses at this point. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't understand how they're even able to do this. You can see that the volume's there for buyers, but they're artificially showing a sell, which sucks. And I hope that does get halted. Hopefully they can't do that so that we can push this price back up, because it makes no sense what's actually going on. That just shows that they're able to manipulate the market in any way, and that we have no control over investing. Everybody gives you this pitch. It says, hey, start investing early, start doing your thing early. But you know what? If you start investing and you make money, no, I can't handle that. You can't make money in the stock market. That's not the idea. The idea is for you to invest so you get the thought of making money. But we're not going to let you make money. No. My Instagram link is broken. I should check that. Let me see. Actually, haven't clicked on that link in a while. I need to post more on Instagram. We have 6,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. That helps me out tremendously. helps out the channel. We need to make some big moves today. That's why I put it in the title of this stream. We need to make some big moves. Instagram link. Oh, that's why I changed my name. All right, I'm gonna save that. I also need to find a way to save it. How's everybody doing today? How many shares do you hold of both GME and AMC? I'm not talking about anything else cost. I'm not talking about BB. I will eventually probably get into that. But yeah, I'm not talking about those. I really want to get into AMC and GME. I want them. We need to make sure we have the buying power there. And just to let you know, I do hold positions in AMC. So it seems like I push AMC a lot more. And someone just said I hit 100K subs. That would be amazing if I did. If I did, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Wow. But yeah, I have 1,400 shares of AMC at $9. So I do hold in AMC. I'm going to hold. I'm down 3,000. So I need to make sure that we have some sort of move today. Also, GME. I wanted to buy in GME yesterday. This looks like close to the most opportune time to get in there. You see it at $81. Right now it's at $89. This is a really good time to get in because you have a lot of movement. It usually is. I didn't expect it to be this many days of downward movement, but we did have a lot of movement here, and it usually moves by over $100, which means if it moves up in a positive way, every share that I have, I gain $100 on. So it's definitely a good deal here. We need to push this forward. We need to get some great news. I believe they're still restricting trading on Robinhood. If you are new here, if you are new, please hit that like button. We have 6,000 people in here, 1,600 likes. Thank you for all of the comments, the chats, everything. You have 2K on AMC. AMC, you have 400 shares. I have 180 shares of AMC for me. 776 shares. I missed that. 50 of AMC, 5 of GME. See, that's tolerable. That's understandable. I know the 5 of GME. I don't know what price you bought it at, but that's definitely understandable to have like a smaller amount just to see how this is going to move, especially if it does increase, significantly. Then yeah, I mean, GME could push the price up to the 400, 500 mark, and you could basically have gain $500 or $400 per share that you own if you did invest at the low point here. So we have the same first name, Matthew. The same first name. That's a common name, very common. You don't know how many Matthews that I know. At work, I think just in my department we have like 2. So yeah. I run into Matthews everywhere. Now, I definitely don't run into Matthew Perry's everywhere. If I did run into, Matthew Perry, Chandler from Friends, I know he's struggling through some stuff right now, but on him. How high is AMC going to go up? It's very tough to say how high AMC is going to go up because I don't know what's actually happening in the pre-market. The pre-market looks promising compared to other pre-markets, but we still have to see what's going to happen. Let me refresh this. We still have to see what's going to happen when the market opens. But from what I'm seeing here on my Active Trader Pro, it looks like both GME and AMC are flattening out around that $7.94, $7.80 mark, I guess. Doesn't really go past that for AMC. And then GME, I'm seeing it push back somewhere between 80, 87 and 85 maybe. So you have a number of touch points there, but you really don't have a firm support level or really resistance level. It has a couple of touch points below 95, but it might be resisting at 95. I don't know. So we really have to see exactly what's going to happen Why the heck did I get logged out? What did I get logged out of? Oh, sometimes I don't understand it. Duplicate. Let's see if I can get AMC up here. There we go. I'm gonna put GME up here. Obviously, refreshing all this stuff is not good. I wish I had Active Trader Pro on here. That would be amazing. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to do that, by the way. So everything's gonna have to be changed, but I didn't want to do that. Not even close. It refreshed and automatically jumped right to my username. So everything has to be changed literally immediately. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we have 6,000 people in here, 6,500 people in here. Please hit that like button. I know. I'm seeing it all the time. I know. I totally know. Trust me. All right, let's just show this, and what I'm going to do is actually this. But we're going to see AMC and GME. I need to get Active Trader Pro on there, because if I do, then there's no like login points that you have to get to. So I am starving. Every morning, you hear me, I'm starving. Sorry, I just have to do some things real quick. Make some moves. None of that was planned. Let's see, do we have a super chat? Thank you for the $5 super chat. 27 contracts and 2,719 shares of AMC. I went all in. Did you buy in at a high point, or was it at this low point you bought at? Because if it's at this low point, then it's understandable, and there's not much movement down that you can really go. It's more of movement up. So Geeked Up Credit, where did you buy in at? Were they low? Was it a low point or what? You want me to go into analysis of earnings? Friday guy, thank you for the super chat. I really don't want to have to go through the analysis of earnings. I feel like earnings don't tie to what's going on. Yes, you can have an announcement of earnings that will drive up your stock price, but what's going on here is more towards the buying power of people versus the selling power of hedge firms, or shorting power. Oh. Just have to do some stuff here. Give me a second. What's going on here? Sorry, I just need to change some things. No. Let's see. Do I think GME is at its low today? I think it's definitely close to it. GME is 100% at its close to its low. I think it still obviously does have room to go down from where it started, but it definitely is at a really, really low point. And if they're doing something where they can halt these ladder tactics, then yes, I think we'll get a lot from it. Hold GME, hold AMC, yes, yes, yes. Diamond hands, you're right. I would normally give you my opinion on VFF, but that's not something that we're really focused on here. We need to focus on the areas that the hedge funds are focusing on. You know, they're trying to push. Thank you for the $5 super chat, new subscriber here. I've learned I need to have multiple apps or platforms to invest, from immune to the Robinhood suppression, Go AMC, and BNB and Nokia. Yeah, you definitely do. I have multiple accounts. You know, I have Fidelity, I have Robinhood, I have a number of accounts, and I feel like when you do have all of those accounts, you can find a way to invest into these areas as long as you have money in there. But it looks like a lot of the different brokerage accounts right now are still suppressing a lot of these buys. But the thing is that you would be able to buy those limited amounts on all of those different platforms if you could. So like I bought on a number of platforms and I had no problems, but on Fidelity yesterday I had problems. So thank you for the subscription, Brandon. I appreciate that. And yes, Go AMC, BB, and Nokia, all of them. Oh, okay. So it wasn't something that Congress. I didn't know about that. Obviously, I need to get educated in some of these things. If a stock price drops more than 10% from the open, it gets on the restricted list for 2 days and cannot be shorted. Please look it up. Yeah, I mean that's so they're. You're saying they're on the SSR list? Is that what you're saying? Does it give you an up-to-date list? Let's download this. Sure. Looks like BB. Looks like Bed Bath and Beyond is on that list. Naked is on that list. Cost is on that list. So that's why we're seeing a movement by Cost. Trying to see if. But there's no limit to where the price moves up, right? Because obviously days go on and we can move up. I don't see this list is horribly put. Maybe I can save it. Let me save it and put it in an Excel file. Give me a second. Let me save this, put it in an Excel file, and then maybe I can get it up on the screen here. But thank you for saying that. Where's it at? Halted list. Excel. It still doesn't organize the right way. Oh, maybe I can separate it by comma. Yes. Perfect. Sorry, this shouldn't take a long time. Give me a second. I don't like leaving people waiting, especially thousands of people that are, waiting on me. Okay, so let's see. So here we have the SSR list. We have the SSR list here. So if I wanted to look up some symbols, I can't do that. Why can't I do that? I should be able to do that. Come on. Should give me a filter. Sucks. You should see AMC on here, right? The only thing I see is AMCX. I don't know what that is. It's not on that list. This is the list for what happened in 12.2, right? Well, they gave me a list for 12.3. Whoops. Go back in here. So Wednesday, February 3rd. This is the list. So why would AMC and GME not be on there? If they move down more than 10%, why would they not be on there? Is it because of manipulation? That's not the right list. It's in the other list. Second list. Oh, what did I pull up? What did I pull up? NASDAQ? Oh. Ah. I didn't even notice what I was doing there. All right, well, I don't see it here, so let's look it up. I didn't know that I pulled up the NASDAQ. I just pulled up the first list that I seen. I didn't even think about it. Oh. Come on, man. Short sale restriction list. 2021. Sorry, could I just do current? Date modified was 2/1. 2/2. I think this might be the list. Let's see. You see it on there, AMC? All right. Perfect there. You see AMC on this list, so we should see an upward move today. Is that where you can buy AMC? They shouldn't limit you the amount that, obviously they're gonna restrict you to something on these apps. So the fact that they can't do anything with it, because we see AMC and we see GME that's on here. So they're restricted from short selling. That's good. Thank you for saying that, because I didn't even look up this list, and I don't know why I pulled up NASDAQ to begin with. Let me take that away. Don't save. AMC is on the list. AMC is on the list. Yes, GME is on the list as well. How wrecked am I? I'm not. push AMC. He sounds like Drake. I don't sound like Drake. I don't think so, at least. Is Fidelity working for anybody? Fidelity is working for me. Active Trader Pro is continuing to move. GME and AMC are both moving right now. We have 7,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Holding 69. Nice. That's actually what the comment said. Not me saying nice, but it's good. What price are you holding at, Bill? What is this list for? Basically, it's the SSR list. What is it? What's the name of it? Short sale. Something new to me. Tell you the truth, as I'm going through charts and all of these different things that I see as I go through AMC and GME and all of these other, investments, less investments, more trading, I'm actually learning things from people that are in the chat. So things that I should really know about, right? Why would AMC and GME that are be on the short sale restriction list matter if they could open up shorts yesterday and anticipate this? I guess that's 100% true, right? Anastasia, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't know if you heard me, but she says, why would AMC and GME, etc., being on the short sale restriction list matter if they could open up shorts yesterday and anticipate this? That's 100% true, but they obviously can't go out multiple days. They can anticipate this probably for a day maybe, but they don't know when the volume of short sales should go in. So we could see a huge spike in a certain time period because they aren't putting in these short sales. When they put in the short sales, that's when we'll see these drops. But yeah, I mean, definitely could anticipate it, but only to a certain degree, only to a certain extent. But it's good that they are on this list. It's obviously a good thing for us because we can see a lot of that upward movement if we have the ability to buy. So this all depends on if we are still restricted. Why AMC? AMC and GME both have a percentage of shorted stocks, shorted shares. I don't know what the percentage is actually. I physically don't know what the percentage is at this point. I've heard that some people said they changed the calculation, which kind of goes over my head there. For the people that hold, thank you for the super chat, by the way. For the people that hold, that bought GME and hold it, they will make profit from dividends. Are they going to be paying dividends? I mean, they may have a dividend listed, but sometimes they obviously halt on those dividends or take them away, especially if a business is close to bankruptcy. Let's see. I wish you could stream all day, bro. The rest of the finance, AMC, GME streamers blow. 70 shares deep and AMC at $12.50 here. Well, thank you for saying that. No bears allowed. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. I watch a lot of them, and they sometimes teach me some things. Like Meet Kevin will actually go through a lot of news, and I like that because he has a number of channels that he watches, and able to have a lot of different information there. I was able to watch the Mark Cuban information there and get his opinion on that whole situation. That was always good, and I also like Brian Jung having so many different people on. The only thing about that is they're not showing the stock most of the time. They're mostly talking about what's happening and what a person's resume could be. But I do like watching them from time to time, and especially yesterday having trades on there. If you're interested in that, that guy knows a lot about day trading, about swing trading. He definitely knows a lot, and I've seen people that know that much, and it's always great, right? I don't know how much money he actually makes, how much his account is actually at, but I know that he's really knowledgeable. So if you're interested in checking him out, definitely go and check him out. I posted a video on my community tab to where he talked about all of these ladder attacks and everything, and it was a phenomenal video. It definitely taught me a couple of things, and I like obviously learning some things. They can short it only on the way up. First, thank you for the $5 super chat. They can short it on the way up a higher price and not, I cannot see any of these things. Why do I have such a small screen over here and such a large screen over here? It makes no sense. I should probably switch these or just get another big screen. That would be amazing. A higher price and not drive the price down. Yes, you're right. So obviously they give it time to go up in order to be able to short it. But being on that short sale restriction list is obviously good for today and Friday as well. Wait, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Jesus, this week is moving by. We have 7,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Thank you for the $5 super chat, but you're right. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Minimal Me. Thanks for being the voice of reason. So nice not to hear a hype man. Yeah, I try and be as, down to earth and, open and transparent as possible. That's what I'm looking to do. I'm just looking to give you as much information as I can see without kind of hyping you up as well, telling you that, the stock price is going to increase because we're at our lowest point. No, you need to see what happens in the beginning of the day. And you also need to see where the touch points are during the pre-market. So we can see that they may have touch points around 780 and they're pushing back around that $8 mark. But, it's obviously only a 20 cent difference. And I don't like to give anybody all of this good news saying the price is going to go up. Like the one day, I didn't know that they were going to be doing these tactics. I felt like the price was going to go down, not as much as it did, but it started at 17. I physically said in the pre-market, I said, if it hits $17, we are going to see a sell-off dramatically. And it did. So, I mean, I try to give everybody as much real information as possible on what I think it will happen. But again, this is all what I think is going to happen. This is my opinion, not my financial advice, because I wouldn't give you financial advice. You take your money, you apply it to wherever you want to. I just want to know where everybody is and where their exit strategy is. There's a number of things that you need to put in place in order to limit losses and get the best gain you could possibly get. So for me, I don't know everything. This is why I appreciate obviously trades. I appreciate all Meet Kevin has to say. I watch Graham Stephan. There's a lot of people that I will watch just because I want to learn something new. And it's always great to learn something new. I don't ever say that I know everything, because I don't, and nobody does. So we have 7,500 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 3,000 likes. That will be phenomenal. Yeah. The hedge funds are borrowing our stocks. No one knows. No one knows to disable it. I will sell my AMC if it hits $1,000. That's stretched, because GME hasn't hit $1,000. I think you should definitely have an exit strategy, but a little more realistic than that. If you got into $15, you need to have an exit strategy of leaving at $20. The thing that I've seen in this stock that I'm not seeing in the past couple of days is the volatility in it. Not just volatility in the amount of, volume and all that. The volatility in the amount of upward movement versus downward movement, peaks and valleys. I should see all of this. In other stocks that I would look at, I would see, or this stock in prior days, I would actually see that volatility where I would see highs maybe like $3 away from the lows, and then you would see all of these touch points away from those highs and lows, see those support levels, but you don't see the support and resistance levels. You really have to go on a channel. You have to show whatever channel it's actually on, and it's always on that downward channel. It's never on an upward trajectory, unless they're looking to short more, right? So let me quickly just do this. Yeah, that's good. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just doing something right now. I know I've been a little bit distant the last minute or two, haven't said anything. I'm trying to figure something out, some security issues. All right. I think that's good. All right, perfect. All right, so we have 7,000 people in here. Hit that like button. We have 3,000 likes. Thank you so much for all of the love, all the likes. We are basically an hour away from open. We need to see exactly what's going to happen. We're seeing an upward move on AMC right now and GME. We're seeing that jump from about $88 to 94 right now. Yeah, 94. It's updating on the screen. AMC, you're seeing a little bit of a jump up to $8.13. We'll see where it's resisting from, because it will probably pull back depending on how fast it goes up. I'll lose before I sell. Well, I mean, if it's money that you're comfortable with losing, I understand. I totally understand. Take a look at Nokia. I can't right now. I know that cost is going up. Cost is actually on that list as well. Thank you for the $5 super chat. On Webull, I see that I can only buy one stock, and GME you can buy 0. Naked you can buy 10. Can someone confirm this? I didn't see that. You can only buy. That makes no sense why they would have that much restriction. And I guess if they did have people in their back pocket, or they did have like billionaires right behind them saying, hey, don't allow them to buy this, basically, then even though they're on this short sale restriction list, they could still end up having that price either flatten out or not go up, right? Because if they restrict, then that's where we know that this is all being manipulated, but we cannot do anything about it. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we could drive this price up again and make some money out of it. That's what it's all about. But thank you for the $5 super chat. I did not see that Webull was doing that. Let's see, Webull trade restrictions. Or, I'll just put AMC, or I'll put GME. Alternatives to Webull after it stopped allowing purchases to GME and AMC. That was 23 hours ago. Why would they do that? I'm trying to look for. But that was. They halted it on the 28th. I was able to buy at that point. That's crazy. Anybody have Webull? Anybody have the same issues? I'm able to buy 5+. No, Webull isn't. I'm able to buy 5 plus. So someone says they're able to buy 5. Did you actually go through with the order? Because a lot of times they let you get there, but then they'll say like you're restricted if you actually purchase it. What sucks is if you purchase it and then you have to sell it right away if you didn't want to buy it at that point. But you'll be able to see it, you just won't be able to purchase it right now. And if you don't have the ability to purchase in the pre-market, then that's also a thing. Robinhood sent a message this morning saying 100 GME and 200. Yeah, I did see that. So I brought that up earlier today. Let me just change my screen over. I brought that up earlier today and showed that AMC is at 1,250 and GME is at 100 shares. I don't know why they would still have these restrictions if they did receive the money that they needed to receive. Because these restrictions still hold people back. You know what I mean? And who knows if they're applying this? They're saying that it's per person, right? But who knows if they're applying that like 100 shares like per minute or second or whatever. They're not allowing it to come through that way. Because it seems like orders are being halted and then filled later on. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't like seeing. Everything's manipulation. I bought 10 shares of AMC yesterday afternoon on Webull. Well, that's good. Trading 212 has no restrictions. So Trading 212, I've never heard of that platform, but they have no restrictions if you're interested in that. Webull halted up to margin percentage. Only 100 contracts, bruh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Robinhood is crooked. I think they are as well. It makes no sense to me. And everything that Mark Cuban had to say about the whole situation, I trust his opinion a lot. And obviously, he safeguarded himself by saying that, you can basically invest your money. And they said if it goes up, then it's good for Wall Street Bets. If it goes down, then obviously it's bad for Wall Street Bets and good for the billionaires. So he kind of safeguarded himself in so many different responses. But it was great to be able to hear him speak about all of this stuff. And obviously, like Elon tweeting about things. And what's my prediction for today? I really can't give a prediction until I actually get into the day. For people that say they can give you a prediction, it's very tough to give you an accurate prediction because you don't know what Wall Street's going to do, what different tactics they're going to put in place in order to bring the price down. So I can give you a prediction on what I think the volume will be for people, but who knows what's going to happen on the sell side. And if we do get up to a certain price, because we are going to see a lot of buying action today, if we do get up to a certain price, then we're going to see people sell off as well because they're going to try and realize the profits thinking that they're not going to get up to that point again. I bought 1,200 shares of AMC on Webull yesterday, no problem. That's good to know. Bradley, thank you for the $5 super chat. And that's good for anybody that does have Webull. I don't know if they changed the restrictions today comparably to what's going on with the whole SSR list. So I don't physically know. But thank you for saying that because that does give us reassurance that we can buy it. Webull Simple is great. I like Webull. I like using Webull. I haven't used them enough. I always show Robinhood because it's a live way of looking at it. But I might go ahead and use Webull and do like reviews on them and everything like that because right now I have a lot of money with Fidelity, some money with other platforms, and I think that Webull, their live platform, from what I've seen, looks pretty good and it looks simple to use. So I wanted to check that out. Soon 100K subs, bro. I hope so. I'm really excited to get to that point because I work really hard, and obviously it's not going to stop. And I'm not going to stop working as I get to those higher levels. Let's see. Miguel, thank you for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Do you hold AMC, GME? How many do you hold? I feel like I get repetitive sometimes. I get repetitive answers because it's very tough to manage who's actually saying what. But as I start to go through this chat multiple days, you can obviously see that I'll be able to remember who sent what, who has how many shares of AMC. Cash App blocked AMC. Do you think AMC will go up? If so, when? I think it will. I think today is going to be a really good day. You can see that they're actually making a move right now. It looks better on my Active Trader Pro than it does here, just because obviously this only shows to where it closed. It's not going to show everything else. So it looks good, but I can't give you a full prediction because nobody knows what's going to happen. It looks like there's going to be a lot of buying power today, and we should see the price, not like skyrocket, but we should see the price go up a significant amount. With the fact that they are on the SSR list, they can't predict when we're going to buy heavily. They can try and short sell, but whenever those short sells go in, usually that's where the price gets impacted. So the thing is, oh wait, we got a number of these. Okay. This way. What are your thoughts for the cannabis and geometric industry this year specifically? I really don't have thoughts on the cannabis industry. I hear it a lot where people are like, what are your thoughts on cannabis and do you have any stock recommendations for cannabis? I physically don't know. I guess that really all depends what happens in Congress. I mean, they're going to try and legalize marijuana to the fullest extent, obviously federally, and then you have to fall into it statewide. But it's something that I'm interested in, but it's not something that I'm interested in for the long term. I don't really invest for the long haul, which I want to start getting into. I mainly do these short trades to where I can gain a dollar out of that stock price and buy 100 to 1,000 shares and gain $100 to $1,000 in a day. Not really this long-term role. I mean, I definitely have an interest, but I wouldn't say that I can give you my full opinion of the industry. So hopefully that helps you out. But as time goes on, if you do subscribe, this is something that I will look into, is all of these longer plays for me. I want to start really getting into that. So if you do subscribe, you'll see that progression, and I'll learn more about long-term trading as I go. But short-term trading is something that I really excel in. Diamond hands in the chat, men and women. We go into Mars. Big boy, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. And yes, diamond hands, if you are a person that's willing, that's okay with the amount of money that's in there. And even if it does go to zero, which I don't think it will go to zero, I don't believe at all it will go to zero. I know that we will have an increase, especially what I'm seeing in the pre-market right now. We have an upward movement in the pre-market for AMC and a little bit for GME. You're seeing that push up from, the $80 mark. So that's always good. So definitely diamond hands right now. With this upward movement, diamond hands, we're starting to push up to where people are getting comfortable with maybe break even or getting close to a comfortable loss, or maybe even gaining a profit out of it, especially people that got in at maybe the $6 mark. So thank you for the $5 super chat. We're definitely going to Mars. Well, I wouldn't say Mars. We're definitely going to somewhere in beyond Earth. They're trying to hold us back. We're trying to go to the moon, but they're trying to hold us back. Hopefully we can make it. I looked at, you're giving your opinion on the cannabis industry. Thank you for the super chat. I looked at APHA, cannabis company. It was 12 when I looked, almost 16 already in a day or so. That's crazy. That's definitely some really good movement. And if I had to give an opinion on something that I would trade short term, then yeah, I mean, that's something that I would be interested in. Anything that moves, let's say if a price is $10 and it's between $10 and $15 is where the low and highs are, or the support and resistance levels are, then yeah, I'm going to be trading that back and forth and looking to gain some sort of profit out of it. Most likely one time, just in and out, and gain my profit, whether it's $1, $2, $3 per share. That would be amazing. Screw the moon. Let's go to Mars. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Loki. You're right. I think we do need to push as hard as possible. I'm just trying to make it realistic, you know. And I want to go as far as we possibly can, hold on as long as we possibly can. But they're going to really try and put in all of these tactics to bring us back down to earth. As we get closer and closer and closer, they're bringing us back down to earth. So I hope that we can, let me change my screen. I hope that we can do something big here because AMC is making a move upward and now it's starting to come back a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we can do something big. Love your work. What watch are you wearing? This is a fossil watch, an automatic fossil watch. Let me see if I can put that up to the screen. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. It has that center that's open. I always like watches like that. I love watches. I'm a watch person, even though a bunch of people are like, why do you wear a regular watch? Why don't you wear a smartwatch? Well, I have smartwatches. I just like the look and feel of regular watches, you know. Just feels right. I don't overspend on watches, but you know, I spend a decent amount. Thank you for noticing that. And thank you for the super chat as well. Big boy, thank you for a super chat. We're good as long as SpaceX isn't landing a rocket. Yes. Yes, but the point is that I don't want to have to come back to Earth. I would love to stay up in that high zone where we may be gaining $100 or $200 on AMC, or you know, $1,000 on GME. That would be amazing. To go from $90 to $1,000 is insane. I think the growth, the potential of where we are at now is definitely something that a lot of people will see as the low point, and some people will end up getting out seeing as the end. And if they do, and they don't, you know, realize that profit and find a way to get up to that point, they're going to be kicking themselves. And in my opinion, now this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you, hey, hold on to your stocks, and you know, if you lose, you lose. If you're comfortable with losing any money, you should always be playing with money that you're very comfortable with losing, not money that you pay your rent with or mortgage or anything like that. So yeah. Hey, look at the GME chart from Thursday. Dip looks half the size every day. Ladder attacks, it seems to be getting less and less. Could just be me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as I start to look through the charts here, let me see if I could bring up Fidelity here, even though I, you know, make mistakes in showing things. It always defaults to saying I'm down $7,000, which is ridiculous. I'm not down $7,000. I'm down 3. Don't know why it would say that. Okay. Let's look at AMC here. Well, GME, I guess. Let's look at GME. So I know that GME is making a move right now in the pre-market, which is definitely good. We want to continue to see them go up. None of this, you know, decreasing and, you know, selling off. And I understand exactly what you're trying to do. If you did buy in at a lower price, eventually people are going to sell off. That's just how it goes. But yeah, why is this not popping up? What does that mean? Might be restricted from something. Uh-oh. That's not good. This feature is temporarily unavailable. What? Let me log out and log back in. There's something going on with Fidelity, for me at least. I don't know what just happened there. All right, so basically we have 30 minutes until the market opens. Let me know what you guys are thinking about market open. Come on. All right, now I think I can get to what I need to get to. So GME, let's look at GME. Do that. So GME is pushing up. You can actually see the movement in the pre-market, which is definitely a good thing. Let's expand this a little bit. Yeah, I don't like the way does Robinhood have a live platform? Can someone help me out? Does Robinhood have a live platform? But yeah, the ladder attacks are definitely looking less and less. Right now, they pretty much can't do anything because they're on the SSR list. So thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm going to continue to look at this. You can see that large spike that we had right here, pushing up literally the last minute or so. But yeah, we're above $95, which is always good. Let's continue to push up. During the pre-market, the beginning of the pre-market, we were above $100. How much can I donate to advertise my stock Discord? I also agree with you. I don't use rent money or bill money. You would definitely have a bad outcome. But when you say advertise, you mean in the chat? I don't really want to open that up to people advertising, so I'm not gonna say that. Definitely meet me offline if you could reach out to me via Instagram or something like that, DM me, and we can talk about that. But right now, I don't think this is the best place to talk about it. But thank you for the $5 super chat. It would be a bad outcome if people would use the rent money for these stocks. Now, if they end up getting a profit and they make money out of the deal, then ultimately it was a good decision. But you don't want to risk your rent money or your mortgage money or whatever, to all of these stocks right now. Thank you for the super chat. Will you tattoo a diamond or moon on your hand? No, I will not. After the squeeze greeting, no, I will not tattoo anything on visible body parts outside of, outside of my arms, my chest, like anything that could be covered, I will tattoo, but I won't sit here and tattoo my hands. I'm not that type of person. Thank you for the super chat, Kyle. We will let me use $1,000. What? We will let me use $1,000 if buying credit. So I bought 10 GME at $95. That's good. That's a really low price comparably to a lot of other people that hold it at like 300 or 400 or even 500. Hopefully it stays low enough for more buying to hit. Yeah, true. This is the thing. I mean, we fall under two categories. We want it to go low because we also want to be able to buy in at a low point so that we can basically get up to that high point and gain a ton of money. But then we also don't want it to go low because we think that they're controlling the market, which they are. They're manipulating it. And we end up, falling away from or straying away from our normal attitude towards this. We want it to go low. We want to be able to buy it, watch that price go up. But it's scary to see that price go down, I'll tell you that. If you see that price go down $130, it's like, well, okay, I wanted it to go down, but I didn't want to go down this much. This is where I said the other day I was comfortable with buying into GME at under $200. Well, I'm kind of glad that Fidelity didn't let me go through because now I can buy it at $90 if I wanted to. If Fidelity let it go through, then I would have a loss in GME as well at basically $200. But now I only have a loss in AMC, and I'm very close to where the actual price is. So it's my buy-in point or my cost basis is $9.99 because I was able to average down so much. And it's basically at $9. So I'm only going to be down $1,400 when the market opens. Now, I don't know if that will go down or up. We have to see exactly what will happen, but the trend looks like it's going up. It's resisting at, or it has a support level. I wouldn't call that a support level, but it hit at 820 and now it's pushing up to basically 9. So that's good that they let you buy it. I I guess on margin. Is that what you mean by credit? Thank you for the $5 super chat, big boy. I don't know what you're saying there. Caesar Vape community. Wow. Thank you though. Thank you for the super chat. We have 9,500 people in here. The market is going to open in 24 minutes. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button, get it up to 4,000 likes. Will Nokia come up today? Thanks for all you do. I believe it will. Did it go down yesterday? I've been focusing on AMC and GME. I said that I would focus mostly on those, but anybody that sends a super chat, I kind of feel obligated to, go into that. Let's see, so I'll go into it a little bit. Let's see what it looks like. The only thing is, like I said, I can't really predict exactly what's happening with Nokia, but you can see that stock price dropped significantly. Did you buy into Nokia? Are you in at like $4 or any of these lows? Because it's slowly going down. It's slowly creeping down. You see it's like a stairway, or a set of stairs. And it drops down again, and now it's starting to come up a little bit. So I believe, yeah, I think it will. I don't think there's enough volume for the stock price. But yeah, I think it will, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Don't take it as financial advice. I don't think it'll rise above $10. No, not today, especially. You think it's going to jump 50%? I mean, other stocks, yes, they can jump 50% because of the buying power in them, but this just doesn't have the buying power. But yeah. AMC at $9. That's good. It's getting closer and closer to my cost basis. I think we already reached the dip. People are saying buy the dip. Can you please go back to AMC? Here's AMC, $8.90 in the pre-market. We're continuing to see that rise. If I could show my actual chart here, then you would be able to see I'm trying to move some things around. But yeah, if I can show my actual chart here, you'll be able to see how the movement is, because it looks amazing on my Active Trader Pro, both AMC and GME. But again, it looks like we're mirroring what both of them are doing. So you could see the movement here. Look at this movement. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's pulling away from that simple moving average. You're seeing higher highs. Still not seeing lower lows. You have a couple of them that are higher highs and higher lows. But we did have this pullback here, so it resisted from the $115 mark. So it is pushing a lot. That's amazing to see that get over 100. This is the highest it's been in the pre-market, so that's definitely amazing. That's GME. I was saying this was AMC, but that's GME. They're both mirroring each other, so they're doing the same work here. And just started watching you. Thanks for the info. Thank you, Living with the Guzmans. I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sending your comments in the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat here. Different websites are showing different stock prices. Weevil says AMC is at $7.82. Robinhood is saying $8.36. You might be looking at a stock price that's not updated, based on the pre-market prices. And yes, they are going to say different prices because they all update at different times. There are some brokerage accounts that are real time, and there are some that are not. So you're always going to see that, but it should be relatively close, depending how volatile the actual stock is. We got 20 minutes until the market opens. We have 10,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. get it above 4,000 likes. That would be phenomenal. Healthy Girl T, thank you for the $10 super chat. That's amazing. And the little GIF right there. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We want to see exactly how this market goes. I'm not sure if I'll go to 1030 or 11. Let's just see how the market plays out. Obviously, if we're continuing to push up and we have, you know, a big movement, then I'll continue until we get to a point to where it seems like it's consolidating. So yeah, AMC looks great. GME is looking pretty good as well. Thank you for getting me over 4,000 likes. I appreciate that a lot. Use Yahoo, it's better for live viewing. Maybe you're right. I would like to have my software on here. If I had my software on here, then it would be amazing for live viewing. But right now, all I have is Robinhood, which updates every like second. You know, right? You see a different movement here, but then you also have GME that's the movement here. But then I have Fidelity that does not update, but gives me a better look on the charts. Like that's where I'm looking at stuff here, and I'm like, okay, this looks amazing, but you guys can't see this. So, yeah, opening up higher. Yeah, we're definitely opening up higher. I just hope it doesn't sell off because we are opening up higher. That's what I'm. Anytime you do open up higher than what it closed at, people will see it. They'll probably buy at the lower lows that you can get in the post market or pre market and sell off once it opens. You know, at that $9 mark. So hopefully that's not the case, and we continue to see an upward trend. Right now, it looks like AMC is moving downward, so it's back below $9, pulling down. GME, I believe, is doing the same. So it was above that $115 mark, and now it's pulling down. Okay, let's. Eric Bryson, thank you for the $1 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Corey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is it wise to take my money off of Tilray now before the market opens? Tilray? Is that an investment platform? I don't know what that is. Do I use Webull? I do use Webull. I have 42 shares in Webull. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, I use Webull all the time. I mainly use it when they give me my free stocks. I'll take those and I'll cash those out. So if you want to use my link below, you'll get free stocks when you sign up and you know, deposit $100. This is where it's tough. People are asking, am I buying GME? I wanted to buy GME. I ended up buying more of AMC yesterday because I couldn't buy more of GME. I averaged down to about a $10 cost basis. So I don't think I am buying GME because I'm not comfortable with what I would want to put in there, because I want to put in another $10,000. And if I do that, then that's something I'm not comfortable with losing, a total of $20,000 between the two of them. But $10,000 is okay. So yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. Let's thank you for the $2 super chat here. I am not going to say that name, but thank you for the super chat. I wouldn't say all of his supporters are that too. Let's stick on AMC and, you know, the investments and all of that stuff. I don't know where that came from. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we have GameStop that's pushing up. We have AMC that's making moves as well. It looks like they're staying steady around there. I just want to see exactly what happens. About to hit 1K subs. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. And I'm so excited. I've been working really hard for the past, was it 2 years, two and a half years, maybe a little bit longer than that. I started in 2019, January 2019. So yeah, I guess it's 2 years. It's crazy. So I've been working really hard, and I'm happy to hit 1K subs. So thank you for everybody that is close to getting me there. Come on, Nicky boy. From what I see, if we get to 500 today, I will tattoo my butthole. Okay, that's funny. You can go ahead and do that. I'm not with you on that one. Thank you for the super chat. Hit expand on Robinhood, then use the plus sign to add more features like order and volume. Yeah, I did that, but the problem is that they don't really show you too much, and I can't find a way to narrow down the. I want to look at it by minute, and I can't look at it by minute. Maybe I'm missing something here. But I know I can add all the moving averages. I know I can add the EMA if I wanted to. But the problem is I can't. If you can help me out with figuring out how to change it by minute, because it gives me the candlesticks or the lines, which I like looking at the candlesticks. But I like looking at this by the minute. But thank you for letting me know that. I mean, I seen that yesterday. I know a lot of people don't go through this and have the change, but I just want to see it update by minute. I think they do it by every 5 minutes or something. It's just not good. Thank you for the super chat. You should use Webull app for PC. Charts are way better. I did see that. I seen that. I think Trace Trades, he uses that. Meet Kevin uses that. I definitely think that I will look into that because that's interesting to me. I like when it moves real time and I'm able to see all of these different updates. It looks like AMC is actually moving down. It's still up 85 cents, but it is moving down. It was above that $9 mark and now it's pushing back down. But yeah, I will look into that. Hey you beautiful man, we're taking AMC to the moon. Diamond hands, not financial advice. Yes, you're right. We are taking AMC as far as we can. I don't know if we'll get to the moon. They keep trying to bring us back to Earth. I mean, thank you for the super chat, by the way. So I mean, it's just tough to say if we can actually take it to the moon. I'm optimistic, but I also want to be realistic as well. So let's take it as far as we can. And whenever you feel comfortable, you know, definitely take your profit if you feel comfortable. Please explain pattern day trading rule. Is trading unlimited with 25K in an account? Yes. If you have 25K in your account, you're able to make all of these trades. But if you don't have 25K in your account where you can where you have like $1,000, you make one buy, one sell, another buy, another sell. You can only do a certain amount of buys and sells, and I don't know the exact amount. I think it might be 2 during the week. But if you do more than that, then that's labeled as a pattern day trader. So I obviously had more than 25,000 in my account, but it obviously it's definitely different as you start to go along. I will hold a lot. So if you buy a bunch and keep averaging down, and then eventually sell, that doesn't fall under it. It's the total point of buying and selling. So if you buy and sell multiple times during the week, you can be labeled as a pattern day trader and your account will be suspended. So just watch out for that. Don't go in and out of positions multiple times thinking that you can make a ton of money if you don't have 25,000 in your account. I don't know why they do that. I guess they look to they're looking to limit volatility. If more people have less than $25,000 in their account, then it creates more volatility and it makes it less predictable for the hedge funds and for all of the people that want to invest into these index funds and index mutual funds and things like that. Download Fidelity Active Trader Pro, gives live updates. I have it on this computer on my laptop. It will not let me download it on my PC. It keeps saying that I'm not the administrator when I built the damn computer, so I know that I'm the administrator, but I tried to do all different types of workarounds and it just didn't work. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I love Active Trader Pro, but it's kind of forcing me to move. What the heck happened here? Did I miss something big? Did we have a large movement down and then back up? Why do we have such a large movement down? It went all the way down to like $8 and 10 cents, but it was just like it's just a long stem. Let me continue to address these. Romeo, thank you for the $5 super chat. NASDAQ, GME, GameStop, or the company today announced that it has appointed Matt Francis to the newly created role of Chief Technology Officer. So that's obviously good news. Do you think that the stock price is going to go up because of that? I feel like that's not going to impact it like a crazy amount. I think we're still going to have a number of people that are buying, not just based on that news, but based on the fact that it's at a low point and people are excited to get in. But that's good news. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the super chat there too. I sent a $2 super chat. I guess I have to do $5 for you to see it. ETH, where's the target? Michael, first to address the super chat thing, I don't know why they put $2 on the actual chat, but then they put $5 up in the top so I'm able to see it. But they put $2 on the chat and it scrolls by really fast. So that's where I can't see it all the time. Sometimes I'll address it, but I can't see it most of the time. But ETH, this is where it's tough because I don't want to have to go into different positions here. Now, I do not have an opinion on that. My target of this, I do not have an opinion on this. Yeah, I really can't give you where I would invest, where the target would actually be, where my profit target would be. This is a high price to pay. I always look for my stocks to be under $2. I always look for my positions to be under $2. I always look for my positions to be under $200 before I make any type of moves. So I have no opinion on that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. But if you have any questions about AMC, GME, all the areas that are on topic, then definitely let me know. And we can talk about that. But way too high of a price to pay. Continue to look at AMC. Thank you for your financial advice. Financial advisor, just kidding. No, seriously, thank you for streaming. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. And as everyone knows, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm looking to just walk you through this and hopefully give you updates as you go. And we can create a community to where you see a bunch of people that may have bought in at the same time period. So yeah, I mean, it's just really building that community. And I really like how these streams, the chats go and people talking back and forth. It's amazing. So thank you for the $5 super chat. And I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. All right, the market is going to open in 6 minutes. Please hit that like button here. Get it above 5,000 likes. That would be amazing for me and for you. More people would be in here. More conversations equals more profits, right? That's a formula that I didn't make up. I guarantee it. Romeo, thank you. Oh wait, you just gave me that spin there. But thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. 100K. Did I hit 100K? Am I wearing 2 watches? No. This is a Whoop strap. If you know about that. So yeah, it's not 2 watches here. I always wear my watch on the left side, but this is a Whoop strap. I bought this because it'll basically track my calories and my movement and all that other stuff. People keep saying I get to 100K subs. Did I? Did I get to 100K? No, I didn't. No. Why am I didn't. There's no way possible. 100K subscribers. You guys are amazing, man. This is so great. 2 years invested into all of this stuff, and I couldn't have asked for more. I couldn't have asked for a better audience. You guys are amazing, and it happened at the perfect time because the market's about to open. We can talk about how there's going to be nothing but positivity here, and it feels great. I got to 100K subs. I feel amazing. Thank you for all of the congrats. Or am I a runner? I used to run a little bit, but I stopped running a lot because I started working way too hard. That usually happens. You kind of sacrifice one thing for the other. Wow, thank you for everybody that subbed. You guys are amazing, and all of the congratulations in the chat. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now let's get this AMC thing moving. Let's get this GME thing moving. We're about to hit $9 in the pre-market here for AMC and 117 in the pre-market for GME. I'm excited. There's a bunch of congrats. Thank you so much, everybody that's in here. Thank you. The chat is going crazy. Wow. Chat is going ridiculously fast. I thank you so much for all the congrats. I think DFV is actually still holding. I can't imagine being DFV. Who's DFV? This is where I don't understand this. If somebody's up a huge percentage, right? If somebody says, you know, or buys at a low point and then sells at, or has the ability to sell at a high point, I've seen like a lot of long-term investors that just don't sell, and it annoys me because you see that large profit, you can put it into something else that has way more potential. You know, I understand, you know, if something you feel like isn't overvalued, but if you gain 50,000, you know, 100,000, $200,000, whatever, you can basically put that into something else that has way more potential and, you know, gain some money off of that as well by risking less money. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's kind of sucks. And I guess maybe if they do that, they realize the gain, but I don't know. I wouldn't imagine, but I can definitely see it, if that makes sense. Technically imagining it is kind of seeing it. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You smashed the like button. Ty Scott, I appreciate that a lot. I've learned more watching you and your thought process more than anywhere else. Thank you so much for saying that, Todd Scott. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Casey, thank you for the super chat. Congrats on 100K, man. What's your thoughts on the rapid growth of the cannabis stock over the past week? Worth investing in. It definitely seems like it's worth investing in. I have never been a fan of the long-term play, but it looks like cannabis has been growing a lot in, like you said, in the past week. That's short term. And if it has been growing, the problem is if it grew too much, you might have missed where you can invest and make a huge profit from. So you would have to play the long game. So I think it's worth giving it a look, but you have to do your due diligence and see if it works for your situation. Joshua, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. All the people saying congrats, thank you so much. Congrats on 100K subs, great work, keep it up. Thank you, Baron, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. We have 1 minute until the market opens. I think we're gonna see some big things happen. I hope so. We're around $9 for AMC, and GME is actually at 112. So it's above where we closed at. That's definitely a good deal. First time viewer and subscriber here, congrats. Thank you so much for subscribing. You were one of those people that helped me get to 100K. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate everybody in these comments, and I really appreciate the $5 that you gave me for the super chat. Let's continue to address, do we have any more here? I think we had a lot that came through. Continue, first time viewer. AMC price target. For ultimate price target, I would say that I'm looking to push $20 or $25. Ultimate price target for today, I'm only really looking for it to move upward trajectory of like $3. If it moves at $3, then I'll be happy about that. But right now the market is open and you see the price moving a little bit. Let's continue to look at this. So I would say my price target is, ultimate price target is $20 or $25 between there. But I don't know, it won't, I don't believe it'll hit there today. If it does, then that'll be amazing, but I don't know if it will. And there are people that saying it still could go to 50, but I have a realistic price target of basically half that. It is dropping down. We see the price dropping right now from 880 to 860. Hopefully we see some increases here. Oops, come on. Are you averaging down on AMC if it drops to $6? Most likely, yes. If I would have been able to invest into that when it was at the $6 mark, I wasn't up when that happened, then yes, I would have averaged down because that's a low price to get into. I'm right now at $9.99, so that's definitely a low price, but obviously $6 is $4 lower than that. Every dollar that I gain above that, I would gain thousands of dollars, right? If I did average down. My guy, I have to call you out. If he started this movement, his name is Keith Gill. Look him up. When he sells, everyone will sell. Congrats on 100K. Thank you, Paris, for $5, and thank you for educating me, to tell you the truth. I didn't know all the details of this movement. I just know that there was a movement, and I appreciate you calling that out, letting me know. Yeah, that really helps me out. Matthew, thank you for the $5. We have sort of the same name, you just have one less T. Congrats on 100K. Why are you sending that hyperlink? It's good to see minute by minute with candles. Yes, it is good to see minute by minute with candles. That's why I always go with like looking at this. I love to see it that way, but sometimes, well, obviously I see it this way here, but not on the screen that you're seeing. You really only see the price movement. Not even minute by minute, just actually second by second, really. But it's better to look at it with candles, you're right. So to get into the price, I mean, AMC's going down a little bit. It's not pushing all the way down. You did see a decrease, but it's still up today, 52 cents. GME back down below 100. It did push or pull down. Not obviously a good thing. We have 11,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. Let's continue to see some good things from this. Short ladder attacks on AMC. This is the thing. They shouldn't be able to do this at this point because of the fact that they're on the SSR list. Why GME stock volume at 5 million from 75 million at market close? Why GME stock price volume at 5 million from 75 million at market close? I don't know what you're asking there. It was at 75 million at market close, but you're saying now it's at 5 million if you look at the close from yesterday. Is that what I don't 100% get what you're saying, but thank you for the $5 super chat there, or $2 super chat. GameStop is above 100. AMC is now at 847. What price on AMC would you recommend buying? It may go back down to $6 or $7 mark. What are your thoughts? Made the mistake of buying when it first opened before. Yeah, you don't want to make that mistake in buying directly when it opens, because there's always a movement against you for some form, for some reason. So I would say that if it definitely gets below 8, that's a good target to get interested. And if it goes back down to 7 or 6 or 7, then yeah, that should be a great target to get invested in. But remember, you want to use money that you're comfortable with, not money that you don't want to lose. You know what I mean? Obviously, you don't want to lose any money, but you're you don't want to use money that you're not comfortable with losing. So the $6 or $7 mark is definitely a great target. I don't know if it will get down to there. That's definitely a low point there. And if we're going to see a lot of people buying, then I think that the low point might be somewhere around that $7.80 range. If things get manipulated, it might be less than that. But I don't really believe that it will go lower than that or lower than the 750. So somewhere around there would probably be okay as well. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm merely just somebody on YouTube, right? Everyone set limits 5x to keep hedge funds from borrowing. Hold loss 4K and holding. Hashtag hold loss 4K or hashtag hold. I'm all over the place. Brian, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Yes, I think it would be great if we did set limits at 5x. But we also need to just understand exactly what situation we're in, because some people don't know how to do that or can't do it. But yeah, that would be a good idea. I'm holding. I'm going to continue to hold. You have a loss of 4K. I have a loss of 3K, I believe. It should be up higher because we're around that $9 mark. Not the loss. I should be, getting back some money here. So today I'm up $889 total. I'm down $2,100. So it's definitely better than being down 3,000. But we need that stock price to go up. I wanted to push 20, and that will be phenomenal. Phenomenal. So yeah, there's my information here. 1,400 shares at $9.99 cost basis. It looks like AMC and GME are moving down a little bit. They are hovering around that 840 to 820 range, I guess. That's where it keeps going back and forth as I'm looking at this chart here. Let me look at this chart. Let me zoom in. Come on, man. There we go. That's way too far. I don't know. This is not working right. But yeah, it looks like we're pushing back up. Are we pushing back up? Maybe not. This thing is not working for me. I think it's the pen that's not working. All right, we have 11,000 viewers in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 6,000 likes. That would be phenomenal. I'm pretty sure you can see candlesticks on Robinhood. Expand the button. Yes, I can see candlesticks on Robinhood. You're right. I tried to do this. The problem is that I can't see it by minute. I don't know why they won't allow you to see it by minute. It's only by every 5 minutes. Makes no sense to me at all. How do I adjust that? If anybody knows how I can adjust that, please let me know, because that will make Robinhood a lot better to use right now, because I can look at this stuff and show you what the price is and see the movement by this type of chart, but I can't really see it minute by minute. So if you do know, let me know. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Buy now? You're saying buy now? I don't know about that. I mean, we're pushing this $8.41 mark. For GME, we're above $100. It was below $100 at one point, but it's moving up. Buy AMC 100K subs. Thank you. Yeah, right. 5 minutes is horrible in volatility. I mean, if you look at it, especially with something that's moving rapidly like this, up and down, and it's good to the fact that we're establishing a low point and showing the peaks and valleys and moving up and down. That's always good. Showing volatility means that things probably aren't manipulated in any way. AMC is zero risk, buy. That is your opinion. I believe that nothing has zero risk, because especially with them manipulating things, nothing has zero risk. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think it is a buy too. Both I think are buys. It's just, it really depends when it actually is going to go up. So I don't know what's going on with, I need to pull out another chart. One. There we go. Indicators. Need to set up a whole nother chart here. Let me set up my VMA, my SMA. Yep. How's everybody doing? Is everybody still holding? Do I think we're going to the moon tomorrow or Friday? Yeah, I think we're going to have a massive increase tomorrow or Friday, just because we do have a lot of buying power. The only thing is we're gonna see a lot of people that get comfortable with where they are, and they're gonna sell off. That's just how it goes for normal people. You see a lot of people saying that they're gonna hold, but they're gonna get up to a point to where they either break even or they make a decent amount of money, and they're going to sell off, because it's always great to recognize your profits. The thing about that is that we recover, and we buy back in. We have a bunch of people that buy back in at a lower price so that we can continue to drive this price up, have that volatility. So that's what I care about here. So let me know if you feel the same way. Do you feel like people are going to sell off if we get above that $15 mark or $17 mark? I feel like there's certain levels that people will sell. But I agree with a lot of people. It's great to hold. To hold virgins. Yeah, some people just, I guess for lack of a better term, have paper hands. I mean, it's not bad to have paper hands sometimes, especially in day trading and in actual day trading. It's great to have some sort of paper hands. You have to create your profit to loss ratio. And if you hit that loss target, then you take the loss and you go on about your day. You having 5 losing days still doesn't make up for the fact that you had like 1 winning day, or 4 losing days and 1 winning day. That equals out for me a 5-to-1 win to loss ratio. And that's what I look for. Doesn't Yahoo Finance work? It is in Canada. Yeah, I think it does. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I believe it does. I'm just always interested in using an actual platform. I know Yahoo Finance, I can go on there and see all of the updates, but I always feel like using a platform that I'm invested in, and then I can also learn their flaws as I start to use it, which I'm learning a lot about Fidelity and some of their flaws. Also, Robinhood and some of their flaws. So, yeah. But thank you for the $5 super chat, Fred. But yeah, I think Yahoo Finance will work. Maybe I'll use that in the future. I couldn't prepare much this morning. I actually woke up pretty late. Usually I wake up at like 5 o'clock or so. I woke up at like 7. So pretty much like 30 minutes to get ready and get prepared for all of this. Usually I'm a little bit more prepared. Where's the stock price at? So AMC is now at $8.40 and GME is at $100. Under $100 now. Yeah. Hit the like button. Yes, like people said in the chat, hit the like button. We have 10,000 people. Please hit that like button. Get it above 6,000 likes. AMC did not lose 400 million. Do you think now is the time to buy in? It looks like it's resisting at a level. So if I'm talking about GME, it looks like it's about to hit a second touch point of like 95. So I think that might be the play if it hits a second touch point of 95. But I always like 3 touch points in order to confirm that it is a support level. Because right now, like you can see, The touch points up top, which I wish I could show this, but the touch points up top, they're really different here. So you don't really have like high touch points here. And that's before the market opened. But yeah, I wish I could show 1 minute. 1 minute would look a lot better. Because what I'm seeing here for GME, you can see the touch points. There's 2 high touch points and 2 low ones. And now it's pushing below $93. Pushing below $93, and it's starting to go back up. So that touch point is lower than the other touch point. So it depends. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends what you're waiting for. I'm waiting for it to go up because I think that I'm in a good place right now to where I'm at $9.99 of a cost basis. So I think that that can't change too much more. If it does, and I buy another 100 shares, it's not going to bring it down significantly to where I make a ton of profit off of it, right? So that's where I figure if I have a lot invested in it, I literally have to make the same investment in order for it to make an impact, which would be $1,400, or not $1,400, 1,400 shares. And I could do that, but I don't want to do that because that's money that I'm not comfortable with losing. We did get over 6,000 likes. Thank you so much for getting me over 6,000 likes here. We are going to be going till probably 10:30 or 11. I really want to see. I did see someone said try Thinkorswim. I do have that platform. I should probably try it. Let me see if I can log into it. I think there's a whole is there a whole software for that you have to download? TD Ameritrade. I don't know if it still has my login here. I don't even remember. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I could get a text. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try Thinkorswim. I think the platform is definitely good. I see that Ricky Gutierrez uses that, and it looks really intense. And obviously, I'm into that type of stuff. So we have. Let's see, where's AMC at? AMC is still hovering around that $8.35 mark. It's not really moving too much. It's like hovering back and forth, just going back and forth. Let me acknowledge the super chat. Santos, thank you for the super chat. SNDL showing potential growth. Are you in? I'm not in SNDL. Check it out and please give input. Should I sell now? I was at 3 cents. 30 cents with 35% return so far. I mean, if you have 35% return so far, I definitely would. The thing about investing into stocks and investing into different things, since we are at a point to where things are not moving too much for both GME and AMC, the thing about investing in stocks that a lot of people miss and a lot of people don't understand is an exit strategy. You know, where is your actual exit point? Because I can give you advice on, you know, exiting out, but then if it does go up, then you're mad at me for not giving you that potential growth, right? So I don't want to have to be that person that tells you to sell and, you know, you be mad at me, or if I don't tell you to sell and then you're mad at me because it goes down. So I don't want to be that person to have to do that, because in my opinion, any decision that I make, no matter if it goes up or down, it was all in the best interest of me. You know, I choose to hit a profit target and put my profit target before everybody else. So if I have a profit target of 20, you will see me get out at 20. This is why I say 20 to 25, depending on the situation. If I see it rapidly go up to 25, if I see it rapidly go up to 20, and then I see a candlestick that indicates that it's pulling back, then I'm going to sell. That's why I say 20 to 25, but that's what I'm waiting for. Is if it pulls up to that 22 mark and I see that same thing, I will sell. I'm not gonna wait for it to get up to 25. I would be disciplined and sell. Now, you can take that same approach and be disciplined and sell with a 35% return. That's amazing, right? But I don't want you to be mad at me in any way for not giving you the most profit. So hopefully you can take that as a good thing. But yeah, if you have profit, definitely, take the, or think about, taking that profit. Let me see, where was that? Thinkorswim. Yeah, we're not seeing much movement here. It doesn't look like there's a ton of buying power. Is anybody being limited to the amount of shares they can buy? Because this could be a tactic as well. If they go back to limiting us while they're restricted from shorting, then that could be a form of manipulation. You're saying sell half, keep half. Yeah, that's always a strategy as well. A lot of people will do that to where if they have something to where they can take their initial investment and reinvest into that, they're really only risking their initial investment, but they gained a profit out of it. So in the case of, let's say, Brian Jung, when I was watching he had a cost basis of $7 in AMC, I think $7.60. It was all the way up to like $15, right? So he made a total of like doubling his money because he put in $20,000 and then was able to grow it to $40,000, right? So what he could have did was take $20,000 out, or whatever, however much he took out his initial investment, and then played with the $20,000 that's in there. No matter what he gains, if it goes down to $5, it's still $5,000 profit. Did I say? If it goes down to $5, then he's still getting a profit there. So that's what I always think of. I feel like I talk with my hands too much. So I talk with my hands a lot. Let me know. I feel like I try and limit that, but sometimes it really works out. I don't know. Whatever. Robinhood is allowing fractional shares to be bought, increasing the amount of shares can be bought, I think. I did see that they were increasing the amount of shares. If you look over my other screen here, they were increasing the amount of shares to 1,250 of AMC and 100 of GME, but not 100% sure if that's true. I feel like they're gonna try and still limit things. Let's see. Cash App lets you buy AMC, no limit from what I see. That's good. That's really good, big boy. Thank you for the $5 super chat as well. That's always great to hear that Cash App is good. Fidelity is good from what I'm seeing. Keep going. Do you think Amazon will go up or down today? I mean, that's tough to say. Amazon usually is on the way up, but I don't know what they've been doing in the last couple of days because I've been focusing too much on these stocks and trying to figure out what the chart is doing, even though it's not telling me anything. But yeah, is the low volume good or bad for us? It's bad. That's why I'm concerned. We should have higher volume with how many people are interested in buying at these low prices. But some people might be restricted. There might be somewhere where we're actually being restricted, or the buys are actually going through at a lower rate. I don't know, but the volume doesn't look the same. Over minutes, it does not look the same. What am I looking at? 1 minute chart. I look at it for the last minute. One, hover over it. What's the volume? Not giving me the volume. Let's go over here. Hopefully I'm still logged in, because I don't want to show anything again. Let's see. Let's go to GME, or let's go to AMC. Because the volume is definitely lower than what I expected. Like typically in the beginning of the day, you'll see like 12 million flow through, and I did not see that for the most part. It's definitely a bad thing. Everybody switching brokers, you said? Yeah, I think they are switching brokers. You're right, but I still think that they have a plan. I still think people are trying to invest in putting their money into Robinhood. There's a lot of people that are switching brokers. That can be a factor, but it shouldn't be this much of a factor. Amazon Q4 record and new CEO. So that's obviously great news, right? Or would they consider that bad news? Jeff Bezos stepping down as the CEO, would that be bad news or good news? Do you feel like that they would the not only the media but the people would take that as being run by a different person, so now it just doesn't have the same pizzazz? The same thing as like what you see with Apple. Obviously that being more of a forced out situation, not really forced out, just forced in, I guess. Thank you for the $5 super chat here. Weeble says 85% bearish and 15% bullish for GME. They're short laddering us. How are they still doing that? They shouldn't be able to do that. Because the fact that they're on the SSR list, the fact that they're on this list makes me think that they shouldn't be able to do that. So why are they able to short ladder us still? I thought they couldn't take out short positions while doing that. We should see a lot of buying power. This is what I don't understand. We should see a lot more volume here. A lot. But we're not seeing that. So let me go back here. Let me see what AMC is doing. Let me roll in here. See what's happening just today. In 1 minute. AMC. Yeah, when I look at this, I mean, they're definitely pulling away from this 20 SMA line, and I could put it into other indicators as well. But I knew that it was going to come back to that line, but it looks like the average is moving with, or moving to, or coming back to the stock price, which is not obviously a good thing. You want it to follow, but down here we're down to, what are we at? We're below $8 at this point. I don't understand how the volume here was 3 million. That is crazy. It should be way higher than that. I feel like we're being restricted here. There has to be. You're seeing volume of 1 million, 2 million. Maybe they know the amount of shares that they have to send back and forth, sell back and forth between firms in order to control that ticker symbol, but make it look realistic. But let's continue to see how the day is going. I don't want to assume things, even though it's more assumptions than anything. They can't short, but they can still do ladder attacks. I guess that's just ridiculous, though. Like, with the amount of interest that's on these positions, it makes no sense why we would not see huge spikes in these prices. And obviously, they're trying to really scare us out of our positions. And that's what they're going to keep doing. Just, in my opinion, I'm going to keep holding, and eventually we will see that. As long as these freaking ladder tactics get pulled out, it makes no sense. Thank you for the super chat, Aaron. Can I give Aaron and Terry a shout out watching from the UK? We are holding GME and AMC all the way, bro. Yeah, definitely shout out to you guys. Aaron and Terry, thank you, for the super chat, by the way. And it's amazing to have people watch me from all around the world, not just in the US, and be able to hold AMC and GME and still join the movement in the US. That's amazing to see. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for the super chat as well. Primus Trading Scanner is great for catching these moves. Really? What are you seeing in there? I'll have to look that up. I'll make myself a note. Primus Trading Scanner. Make sure nothing's happening during the day. That's smart. Yeah. Give me a second. I gotta send something. Still working here while I'm doing this, but yeah, the movement right now, we're above $8 for AMC. We're still below $100, around $93, $94 for GME. I hope that we have some pretty good movement. I just gotta send something really quick. Where's that at? What'd you get for working, right? Let me know what everybody's thinking right now. I always like to know what is your exit strategy. I know a bunch of people say to the moon, but what's your realistic exit strategy? Put that there. Hyperlink. All right. Yeah, let's see what's going on with the super chats. They figured out a way around it, controlling volume. They kept volume down. No way volume should be. Yes, you're right. Their computer programs are 24 hours. Yeah, I would 100% believe in that. It makes no sense with the amount of interest that's in these stocks, in these positions, that we would have less volume. People have to be restricted in some way, or orders are going through in a way to where their volume is more than our volume, right? So it makes no sense. And I mean, I don't know, the government is just allowing it. You know, they are backed by billionaires, they're backed by these firms, so the government is just going to keep allowing it. They make the most money, we don't make that much money, and we're not allowed to make that much money. We're told to learn how to invest, but then when we actually start to invest, no, we can't make money. Thanks for another live. Hope you ate something today. I did not, Mario. I did not. I'm waiting till probably like 12 o'clock. That's usually when I eat. So yeah, I don't feel as hungry as I did yesterday, but I still do feel a little bit hungry. So that'll get you intermittent fasting. Usually I'm used to it, but for some reason this week I'm not. I think it's because I wake up too early. I started waking up. I woke up at 4 o'clock one day. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock. Usually I wake up at like 5:30, so maybe the extra 30 minutes is getting to me. But sometimes I'll wake up even later than that, depending on what I have to do for the day. But a lot of times I like to wake up early. Waking up early is always good. Love this war. They have money, but we have numbers. Well, this is what I mean. They're suppressing our numbers, big boy. I mean, they're definitely suppressing us. This has me hype. I'm bumping some bop smoke, some pop smoke, and sending some good energy to the people. That's good. I appreciate that. It's great to have you here, to have you saying these positive comments is great. But yeah, I'm loving this war as well. The only thing is that it's not really a war if they keep trying to, suppress our numbers, because they know that we have the numbers, and they're suppressing them because they have dollars. They can put those dollars in other places that back other companies that support how we invest. And this is why they do this. They know that this was a possibility, and they didn't think that it would happen so soon or happen right now, and that's why they weren't ready for it. But they know the tactics. They know what they need to do in order to get this price back down to where they need to get it to. So I have 3 AMC on Robinhood. I haven't received them. You have open orders on Robinhood, you haven't received them, and 7 on Cash App. Diamond hands never retreat. Yeah, you're right. All about diamond hands. Thank you for the super chat, Javier. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, we need to continue to hold. And again, this is not financial advice. This is merely just a person on YouTube. Do you think next month's movies will boost AMC? Possibly. I think once we get to the more popular stuff, to where the problem is that they're also releasing these movies on like HBO Max and all of these streaming services. So it's still tough for people to say and justify going out. And I know we went out and watched a movie that we actually had for free on HBO Max just because we wanted to go out to the movie theater. We haven't been out in a while. There were very little people there. It seems like they're taking all precautions in the pandemic. Everything they're understanding exactly what's going on there. But yeah, I think it's great to have new movies. The problem is that we don't have new movies right now. So maybe that will, but I think right now we're not even seeing any type of effect of good news or bad news or anything like that. It's mainly just the hedge funds that are controlling this whole entire thing. Nothing but a downward movement because that's what they want to show, and they control the narrative. So it sucks. Can you go back to the basics for a second? Explain how these candlestick charts work and what to look for. So mainly it depends what you're actually doing. If you're day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, there's a lot of things that you could look for. Now, what the industry will say that you look for in these charts are patterns. So you'll recognize these patterns and you'll be able to know what's going to happen the next thing, like something like a head and shoulders, to where you'll see something that looks like a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder, and you'll know exactly where it's going. That's what they're saying. Right? I don't trust those patterns because what they will do, what these hedge funds will do, is see those patterns and invest the opposite route just to make it drive the price a different way, so you lose money and they gain money. So I don't trust those patterns ever, really. So I see the patterns that they have, and a lot of times I will go against those patterns. Candlesticks, if you wanted a simple explanation of candlesticks, it's basically to where you have the low price here, the high price here. So wherever the body is, you'll have the low price at the bottom of that body, the high price is the top of that body. The stem is what the ultimate high of the day was. So it's where it opened and where it closed. So what you're going to see is, for this one, you'll see this is where it opened at a higher price, and this is where it closed in the body. Then you'll see the opposite with a green candlestick. You'll see where it opened at the bottom and where it closed at the top. Then, obviously the stem is the ultimate high and ultimate low. Now, there are different types of candlesticks you want to look at. There's hammerhead candlesticks, there's consolidation candlesticks. There's a lot of things that you need to learn if you're looking to read a chart. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll add these trend lines in here to see whether it will come back to the trend line and where the support level will be. So there's a lot that you would need to learn, and I recommend reading a book called How to Day Trade for a Living with Andrew Aziz. He has a great explanation of a lot of these indicators, a lot of these different types of patterns that you can recognize, so that you can either go with the pattern or against the pattern. But that would be my quick and dirty explanation, even though it's sort of all over the place. But I can break it down in a video if that's what you would like, is to break down candlesticks and what you should look for in a chart, depending on what your type of investing is or trading is. If you're looking to day trade, then yeah, there's a different way of looking at it. If you're looking to swing trade, different way of looking at it. Long-term invest, definitely different way of looking at it, because you can't really see what's going to happen in the chart long-term by looking at one day or even a month before that. So hopefully that explains some things. You definitely have to hold. Let's see, where are we at? So AMC's at $8. It's starting to push below. It's right on the verge of going below. Oh, it resisted $8. At a support level of $8 there. So that's good. It has two touch points right at that $8 mark, a little bit below $8. Yesterday I noticed a red candlestick start to go downward trend or down pressure at a time. Stop moving. At a time ending in 4. almost all day, every 10 minutes. Huh. That's interesting that you noticed that. That's one that's pretty interesting, really. Huh. Huh. It's funny how you recognize these patterns. And like for something that, people were looking at with AMC and GME yesterday being exactly the same when it comes to reaching their low point at the exact same time, reaching their high point at the exact same time, it really wasn't explainable. And if we see the same thing today, then we're seeing more of the same ladder tactics that we were seeing the last couple of days. So I don't know how we get out of these ladder tactics. I don't know how we push back. The only thing we could do is continue to buy, right? And I'm going to continue to do that. But I just don't know at this point, at what point will I buy again? Like if I buy again, like I said, I would have to buy a whole 1,400 more shares in order to make an impact, because my cost basis is $9.95. If I invested now and bought 100 shares, it would not make an impact to the overall price of it. GME is under 90. Yeah, it's been under 90 in the pre-market, I believe. So I did see that it doesn't look like there's real touch points here. I keep trying to scroll with this mouse and scroll down. I just have a number of computers that are open. Let me actually log in here. I didn't even log in. Does anybody have there's a massive put? There's a massive put around the $80 on Thinkorswim. That's interesting. We still have those and we have those call options for like $20 by 12/12 for like a total of like $2.1 million. So I definitely will go with the big money. Thank you, Ricky, for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. It means so much. We have 9,000 people in here. Please hit that like button. Get it above 7,000 likes. That will be massive. You say I'm out at 15. Yeah, that's okay. As long as you have an exit strategy, that's amazing. I skipped your super chat. Where was it? Sorry, it was. I'm sorry if I did. I'm surprised that I seen that regular message, but I didn't see the super chat. I'm sorry if I skipped your super chat. What did you ask? It might have been Terry, I want to say. Ted? I'm sorry that I skipped your super chat. Thank you for it. I really appreciate anybody that does it. I just, if it's $5, it shows up at the top. If it's $2, it shows in the text, which makes it very difficult to read it. So, because the text goes by really fast. And I don't want to say, here, give me a bunch of money. I want to recognize as many super chats as possible. I wish there was a setting to where I can put all of them up there so I can just see and call it out, because I appreciate everything everybody's doing. All the comments in general, I appreciate them. But like I said, the chat moves really fast. And I even have it on slow chat. I'm out at 420. It's good to have an exit strategy. That's good to hear. Exit strategy is $25. Gonna stay optimistic. Put an exit strategy. Yeah, that's really good. It's really good. I would agree with you. All these people saying that it might get to $50. If it does get to $50, oh well. I mean, you can feel bad about what happened, but as long as you made money out of the situation, then you're good. I'll still cover it, even though I get, like, if I get out at 20 and it actually happens during this week, I'll continue to cover it to see how that goes, because it's still a day trading opportunity. It has a ton of movement. If you look at like GME here, it has a ton of movement today, right? All the way up from 112 down to 86, right? So if it has that much of a movement, then I have a huge day trading opportunity. I can buy a number of shares and gain $10. I can buy 10 shares, gain $10 out of it, and I'll have $100 just like my normal profit target, right? That's what I would look for. What if I'm invested on Cash App? That's not a bad thing if you're investing on Cash App. I think they allow you to buy it if you wanted to buy it. Dude, you're so genius and really I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you, Shiro. I think I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for saying that. That I'm a genius. No way am I a genius. I don't know everything. I know some things that will help me gain money and what's the best investment strategy for me. This is why I always recommend building your own strategy, because you can't copy mine and think you're going to be successful, because mine might not include all the things like looking at, you know, I don't know, earnings. You might not look at earnings. I just literally look at the chart and see how it's moving and see where it's resisting from so it can pull back. And I'll gain gain $100 that day from 100 shares, and going from there. Obviously, that's good news. Thank you for the $5 super chat, by the way, Grim Fire TV. GameStop appointed Chief Technology Officer. And that's obviously news, but it doesn't look like the news is actually falling into this. It's not falling in line, because good news usually means there's an uptrend, right? But since we do have these ladder tactics, and I can't say that it actually is happening, the stock isn't looking the best, right? GameStop's not looking the best. AMC's not looking the best, but I believe we will see those moves up. How do I feel about CGC and CAVA? I don't have an opinion on them. Are they moving quite a bit today? I don't want to have to stray away from all of these. Are they moving quite a bit? Because if they are moving like 50% or something, you might have missed the curve in that aspect. So I wouldn't, all the times to where I will see something actually move 50%. Now, if it starts out the day at 50%, I know that it's probably going to come back to earth. So then that's where I'll find a way to get into that. But in most cases, if something moves a lot, you already missed it. It's just like reading the news. Usually the news will come through your trading app, or if some media covers it. Most of the time it's old news to where the hedge funds are probably in it before you are. So thank you for the $5 super chat, though, both Grimfire TV and Ricky. I appreciate the super chats. Let's keep going down. Hold GME. People are saying hold AMC. We have 8,000 people in here. Please get this to 7,000 likes. That will be amazing. Here we go. You see red candlesticks. Resending super chat. GME closing at 325, 225.90 the past 3 days, consecutive days. Doesn't seem right considering the volume up and down. Yeah, you're right, Tim. Thank you for resending this super chat. I appreciate that, because if I missed it, then I missed it. But I don't want to miss anything. But you're right. You're absolutely right. It makes no sense to me to see 3 downward days in that big of moves, with all of the volume, all the potential volume that we see, all the potential buys. It's showing that the volume of people are selling at this point, that they're like, it makes no sense. Why would anybody be selling at these low points? It literally makes no sense. And when so many people got in at such high prices, yeah, this is all 1, scare tactics, 2, manipulation of the market. So I agree with you. I'm buying AMC at $2. I don't think it's going to get to $2. Maybe when this whole thing is over, yes. Courage, my super chat. Where we at? Sorry, it's moving fast. Courage, dear heart. Did you send a super chat? You said my super chat. I don't see one for you. This is where it's tough to follow the chat here. Jameson Soul, where are you at with crypto? Are you holding Bitcoin, Doge? No, I'm not. I'm not holding any of the Bitcoin. I've never been a cryptocurrency investor. I've been interested in it. I'm really interested in how it's like growing. It's just way too volatile for me, and that's coming from someone that loves volatile stocks, that loves stocks that will move from I don't know, $10 to like $5, that will have those in between it will continue to go up and down during the day. I love those, but it's a little too volatile and unpredictable for me. I mean, it really just follows word of mouth, and that's where I'm at in crypto. Eventually I'll get there, I think, but right now I just don't have an opinion on a full opinion on crypto and if I believe in it. Courage, dear heart, you did send one. Thank you so much for sending that super chat. What would happen if everyone started buying one share at a time over and over? Could we build a buy ladder to mess with their algorithms? That's a good point. I think it would probably take more than one share. Maybe we can buy like 2 to 5 shares. Obviously with GME, we could probably buy 1 share and do that. But yeah, I mean, I think we could. The problem is that I think they're not really, when they do this ladder tactic, they're not really like selling the stock, if that makes sense. They're selling it to, back and forth, but it's still basically staying in the same place. It's tricking the algorithm to thinking that they're selling the stock. So they can continue to do that over and over and over again without actually spending any money there. But their shorts obviously are accruing a ton of interest. As they continue to do this, they're bringing this price down to where they would feel comfortable with taking a loss, right? So, I mean, maybe. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of creating a buy ladder, because it would have to create, you would have to have everybody man together and say buy at this exact same time, which I don't know. That seems a little sketchy to me, which a lot of things that they do seem sketchy. They obviously man together and they buy at a certain time and they have a bunch of people do the same thing. But for us to do it is more sketchy than for them to do it, because we're basically getting millions of people to buy a certain stock at a certain period of time, which if we had somebody that had a huge influence, like somebody that had 20 million subscribers on here, make one of these streams and say, buy right now, or buy at, I don't know, 10.23. If they said buy at 10.23, then that can create an upward trajectory on the amount of buys that go through, and obviously the green volume will look massive depending how many people actually buy. So yeah, it's definitely a tricky situation. I have a $10 super chat here. Thank you, Nathan, for this. Enjoying the stream. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that people think that I'm doing a good job here covering all of this stuff. I'm trying to give everybody updates on the prices as we go along and give them my opinions, because these are only my opinions. It's not financial advice. So thank you. Thank you, Nathan, for the $10 super chat and for watching. We have a $6 or $7 super chat. Liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. I just hit 100 subscribers, so I thank everybody that got me to this point. I will keep watching even after the meme stonks. Do you see AMC potential in the next day or two? I do see it. The problem is that, are they going to take that vision away from me? Are they going to say, all right, well, this is where we stand right now, and we're going to keep doing these ladder attacks until we get down to $5 or $4 or whatever, and then people are going to see that as a potential buy and then buy in and drive the price up again. But they obviously got out of their short positions. So I think that we will have a green day. We are due for a green day. They're over here trying to take away all of our buying power by restricting the amount of stocks that we can buy, which I've never seen. So yeah, I do see green days in the future. I just don't know how massive those green days will be. Thank you again for the super chat. Can you please explain the report, what it means the short interest for GME is over 200%? I'm confused. Some people are saying positions are closing. Well, the GME does not have short positions over 200%. I believe it was 140 at max. But what I heard that they were doing is that they're pulling out of their short positions. They're buying back their stocks at lower and lower prices, so they're getting out of a lot. Now, I don't know if it's true, because people are saying the algorithm changed, which confuses me as well. But that's where it starts to really get confusing. But they did have 140% that they shorted initially, over the amount obviously that they could. So the fact that they could do that was a little ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, when you're talking about closing positions, it's their shorts that they're actually getting out of, and I don't know if they're getting out of a high percentage of those shorts with high interest, and it just confuses me exactly what's going on there. So I'm trying to get updated as I go along to see what the short interest is and also what percentage they have open. But then again, all the numbers that I'm seeing may be fluffed because they say the calculation changed. So Blueberry Shocker, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Hopefully I answered something there. If we shoot at a different stock, taking their mind off AMC, if we do that, then they're going to get exactly what they want, because they want it to get down to a certain point so that they can make money off of it. Because once it gets down to, I believe it started at like $1. If it gets down to like I don't know, 50 cents, they made money off of it. Or it gets down to the initial short point, then they might have made money or broken even on it. I know they had to pay interest however long they go. I understand that, but they're still going to limit the amount of losses. It's going from billions to millions at this point. So yeah, I think that's usually a good tactic when we're not trying to have them worry about this stuff. The only reason that they're putting all of their money into this, or all of their shorts into these stocks, is because they believe it's going to go down. And the only reason we're putting it in there is because we don't want it to go down. We don't want them to make money. We want the billionaires to lose money. Thank you for the super chat. J-Man, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you use the chart and order book in tandem when plotting your point? For instance, the chart may indicate you should buy. No, I don't. When plotting your entry point, do you use it? No, I don't know if I'm 100% understanding the question here, but no, I will mainly use the chart to plot where my entry point will be. Most cases during the pre-market, I will see a lot of movement and a price that looks like it will either shoot down or pop up. But I would likely take the first 5 minutes and understand where the stock is actually going, pulling away from maybe the moving average, whatever moving average I'm actually looking at, the VMA, and then I'll be able to see what the first touch point is, and then usually I'll invest within the first 30 minutes and make my profit in the first 30 minutes, or lose potential money in the first 30 minutes, and I'll take my losses and then go on about my day. So I'll trade for 30 minutes and then be done, and I'll have all the rest of the day to do whatever I want. That's what I usually do, because I'll set a profit target of like maybe $100. Sometimes it'll be higher than that, $200, $300, depending on what the day is. But most weeks I will go wanting to gain $100 a day, and I can potentially lose $20 a day. But if I lose $20 a day and win one, $20 for 4 days and then win one, I'll gain something out of it. But as I start to progress in, maybe getting away from my 9 to 5 a little bit, then I start to invest a little bit more risky, maybe a 3-to-1 ratio, something like that. A lot of times I do win, so it just depends. But that's my answer. I mainly just use the chart in order to buy, in order to set my points. Just updated reporting, GME is 222% shorted. 220% shorted, Eric Bryson says. So they shorted at what points did they short at? They had to have shorted at like the 300, 200 mark. I don't know what interest they actually have, but the interest has to be high, right? That's crazy. 220% shorted. We have to definitely check that out because a lot of people said the shorting percentage was going down. But I guess it was going up. That's why they're on the SSR list. How can they even do that? Over 100%? I need 15 hours ago. As of, it just updated. That is crazy. Post was deleted. Wall Street Bets. There's Wall Street Bets. Wow. That's crazy. That's absolutely ridiculous. So it looks like we're seeing this pretty much the same where we started with. It looks kind of, I understand we went down, but it looks kind of flat throughout. Let's say if we go back to about 9 o'clock in the pre-market, that's where it looks flat from. We've seen all that growth and then they just took it away at the open. So that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's ridiculous. Thank you for letting me know that, Eric Bryson. Old white man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Gotta love my nickname, brother. Go AMC. Yeah, it's good. Good. I like it. But yeah, definitely go AMC. I'm here for pretty much the long haul or until I reach my target, really. I don't hold stocks overnight often, so this is something like kind of brand new for me. You know, being able to hold stocks and hold these positions and see the market manipulation is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me know what's happening with everybody else. I'm starting to get a little tired here. I'm gonna probably do an update later today to see exactly what's happening, but do you think AMC will go down to 750 again tomorrow? I would say no, but I really don't know what to think here. I mean, it looks like there's still market manipulation at its finest, right? So if I'm seeing that, if I'm seeing this and how it looks, it still has a downward trajectory, even though we may have a green day from where it closed. It's not looking good. You can have a green day up, but if it's a green day up by 40 cents and the down days are by $5, that's ridiculous. See, thank you for the super chat. You were forcing your eyes a lot. Yeah, I know. I feel like I need glasses. I think I'm messing up my eyes with all of this, all of these computers that are always around me, and I'm always looking at a screen. I understand. Thank you, Susanna, for that. I appreciate the super chat, and I appreciate you saying that. I was just talking to my wife yesterday about this, saying that I need glasses because I'm really squinting, and this light doesn't help because there's a light right above me that's really bright, but you can't see how bright it actually is. So yeah, thank you for saying that. That's why I said I have a little screen over here, but then I have a big screen over here. So I got to adjust to the letters that go across, or numbers or whatever, the font size basically. But yeah, I need like a break, I guess. But yeah, let's see exactly where things are. Whoa. AMC is at 820. It's still hovering around that same point. I mean, I don't really see it moving too much more than this, but hopefully we can get some sort of movement throughout the day. Yeah, you're right. I can't go out and get some sun though, because if I get some sun, it's cold outside and there's a bunch of snow, and I can't do that. Blue light glasses. That's interesting. I did see a commercial for that, I think. Solution, turn the light off. then you won't see. You won't see me. Do you just want to see the screen if you do that? That is a good solution. I understand that. When I used to work in the office, do eye exercises. What is that? I'll have to look that up. I got 35 shares of AMC. It was $2.85, still holding on. That's amazing. What? Go pee or drink water. I have water here. I don't have to do any of those things. I will drink water, but yeah, the blue light glasses, I see that people are saying that. 7K likes. Thank you so much, Zach, for calling that out and for getting me to 7K likes. I appreciate that a lot. This is amazing. We're still going to look at AMC and GME, and they're basically just flat right now. I can't say that I don't see them pushing or pulling below a certain number, because all of this is unpredictable. You could see the touch points, but it really has a downward channel. I wish I could draw things on this chart. I'm gonna open up like Webull and see what I can do with their live platform or Thinkorswim or something. Brandon Lee, thank you for the $5 super chat. Solution: turn the light off. The monitor will light your face. It's okay. I mean, you would think it would. This light up here technically does a good job, but I don't know. It just looks weird. It creates shadows, and then I look like a raccoon. I don't know. I'll turn the light off as soon as the stream ends. I know that. 50 shares of AMC at $3.71. That's amazing. And you're waiting for it to push to a certain profit target. Fire King 30. Let me know. Don't eat sugar. I did go a week without eating no added sugar. I ate some fruits and stuff, but it was a terrible first 3 days. You're going through like withdrawal and things. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I think GME is looking to become, see, I did it again, is looking to become the next Amazon for video game industry. That would be interesting. The problem is that Amazon sells everything that they sell. If they find a way to get, I don't know, a bunch of things put in place, I feel like they're really the next like Toys R Us, if you think about it. Like they overprice things, they buy things back for a cheaper price, and I think more or less they need to sell the experience. So you should be able to go in there. Obviously during the pandemic, it would be a horrible situation to have you go in there with a bunch of gaming systems. But instead of doing the whole, you know how they used to do arcades, where they would have the arcade games, the big arcade games, and which people love those and putting those in their houses. I would like to buy one. But it would be great if they literally had a whole gaming setup to where it's like, instead of doing those arcade games, you have PS5s, you have PlayStation 4s, you have all different types of gaming systems there to make it seem like it's GameStop. Like you're not just there to buy a game and then leave. You're there to play a game and have fun and enjoy the experience. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know if you think the same thing, because you can basically do like VR tech, and you called that out. It can be literally a GameStop instead of those arcade systems. Even those places like Dave and Buster's, I guess that would be a place to where they have those arcades. You would have something that has real like VR experiences and things like that. Maybe that would be a good instance, because they can't sell games. People download games. I'm at 1,200 shares at 1650 with AMC. Okay, so you got quite a bit of time until it actually pops back up to that point. Hopefully it happens in the next couple of days. I hope that we get a good pop at the end of the day, but it looks like there's still market manipulation, and it's probably going to continue for a little bit. We have 3 peaks at 837. Huh. So you think that 3 peaks at 837. We have 3 touch points at 837. So I wouldn't say that's a full peak. It's just really weird how the volatility is very flat. It's between 837 and like 820, 18 or something. So we're seeing those touch points, and it's like cents, which makes no sense whatsoever. It should be like $1 with that, with the volatility that goes into this stock, how many people that are interested, it should be way more volatility. Go to dark mode. I go to dark mode on my on YouTube. On this, how do you go in dark mode on this? Would you go into account? You know what? I'll figure that out another time. We need to knock down the wall to buy the dip. Use your level 2 to see and post it to us. I bought Nokia at $6.50. Do you think it will go higher in the near future? Depends what your definition of near future is. I think that's a long-term play. There's not a lot of people that are pushing towards, buying Nokia or Best Buy. I've seen somebody say something about Best Buy. Same thing. There's just not a lot of volume there. And I've seen a lot of people that have positions in Best Buy and Nokia, and they do not want to hear this. But the volume just isn't there. Even though they're not shorting us a lot. They're not doing this whole ladder tactic basically, or doing everything that will go against us, bringing an upward trajectory on these stocks. It's just the volume isn't there. There's not enough for what the price actually is on Nokia and what the price is on Best Buy on Blackberry. It's just not something that you can look at as volume right now, as high volume. Eventually, yes. I think it may be a long-term play, but yeah, I don't know. I'm Will Smith if he was a stock YouTuber. I appreciate that. I watch a lot of Will Smith movies. Great actor. Blackberry, not Best Buy. Yes, I mean, you're right. I keep saying Best Buy because every time I see BB, I'm always thinking of technology. And I also say the same thing with BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond. And yeah, it happens. GMC and AMC are still trending together. Yeah, I know. They're still moving exactly the same. It makes no sense to me. Well, obviously, it's starting to make sense as I look at both of them and I look at what's happening. If they're really doing these whole ladder tactics, then yeah, I understand. Do you think GME will change the e-commerce experience? Ryan Cohen becoming a new stakeholder. Possibly. I don't know. They have to try and make some changes here because their current system and how they operate is not working. It's never going to work. They're going to continue to lose money. So they have to change up the way they look at this. And this is why I've seen a bunch of game stores go out of business that were mom and pop game stores, or not something that's a global franchise or a corporation or whatever. So it's definitely something that they have to look into, and I'm sure he's going really strong and trying to understand exactly what's at stake here and what they can do with it. But I think, like I said, with Toys R Us, and I've always said that they're going to make a return. Toys R Us made a return by selling the experience, and I said that they needed to sell the experience. When I went to Toys R Us as a kid, it was all about what I seen. I was never allowed to buy anything because it was overpriced. But it was all about walking into a huge toy store and being overwhelmed by toys and being excited with the experience. And now they're selling that experience on a smaller scale. So the same thing here. I don't think they're going to transform the e-commerce experience. I don't know what they can physically do with GME to make it any different than what like an Amazon would offer, really. They can't just like sell games online. I don't know. I really don't know what they could do. So it's tough. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, W, for the super chat as well. Do you think they will go to prison for all of this market manipulation? Do you think they'll manipulate the way out of that as well? Yeah. I don't think that they're going to go to jail at all. They never do. Everybody's blind to this situation. Everybody looks at it and goes, the only people that actually call it out are the people. But everybody else, the SEC, people that make these decisions, they all are blind. The only people that you can see a couple of like congressmen and women that actually call this stuff out, but nothing gets done because those billionaires back a lot of their campaigns, and that's just how it runs. And they run the world basically. So they're going to say, oh, well, what can we do here? They didn't actually prove that it was market manipulation, but these people really don't have the resources to put up all of these lawsuits, to actually go through courts and bring up evidence and all that stuff. They don't have it. So they're not going to take up any charges. No, they're not going to prison. They didn't go to prison for anything that big banks did in 2008 and 9. Like that didn't happen. So doesn't these ladder tactics cost money? If they do them, is it a good reason to hold right now? I don't know if they cost money. I don't think they cost money to them, no. But I may be mistaken. If someone knows a little bit more, I don't think it costs money to them to basically artificially sell back and forth. It's just a strategy that they have in order to control the market, and I don't think it does. So I don't know. Maybe not. That's a question that I really can't answer. But thank you for the super chat. Hopefully someone in the chat can actually help. And if I do figure out that answer, I'll write down some notes here and I'll put it on my community tab if I figure it out. P.S. This is not financial advice. I see that. This is not financial advice. I haven't said that in a while. I wanted to tell you that you need to make your own decisions. If you're looking to get in at a low price, get in at a low price. If you're looking to sell at whatever price you sell at, then sell at that price. Yeah, it's definitely. You said I lost everything. Did you sell? Pen. Did you sell? Because you're not losing anything unless the gain is real or unless the loss is realized. They have a huge loyalty program as they maintain the database and keep giving points to customers. They'll have a one-up on Amazon, at least in video games, VR consoles, accessories, toys. See, the thing is anytime I want to buy something, even gaming related, I go to Amazon. I go there and look for maybe a graphics card, or I look for the PS5 or whatever. But I've never really gone to GameStop to do so. Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with you. I mean, they obviously have more knowledge in that space and would be more reliable to take up all of those customers or take up all of those products, really. But yeah, I guess I would agree with you there. It's just really tough to see that they would transition into, taking over the e-commerce space. Apparently they're short ladder attacking with actually shorted stocks which is why they got put on the short sale list. Oh, okay. But their shorts increased to 220% from what I've seen, right? So that means they were adding on shorts as well, not just trading these shorts back and forth. They're using bots. Tired of holding. I want to see a profit. I understand. AMC halted. No, it's still going for me. It's still moving. What happened to the halting? Yeah, I don't know. I guess they halted. I guess they halted AMC and GME from short selling, but maybe they're trading their shorts back and forth. It's not new shorts. So if it's not anything that's new, that's not something that needs to go through. It's basically, I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. But yeah, I'm a little confused as to that. The short interest is 220%. Wow. It took me it, it took me 4 years to make a profit on AMC. Keep that in mind. Yeah, well, this is definitely something that's not the norm. What's happening now? So where it was and where it is now is definitely not the norm. What you're saying is that AMC is gonna boom soon. I believe that they will. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm holding on for, for a long time. I'm holding on as long as I possibly can because I believe that they will, in my opinion. But then again, this is not financial advice. If you still hold on to them, you can hold on to them if you want to. I'm going to continue to hold. I only have a cost basis of $9.99. So if it does, get up to that point to where it's, $10 and I feel like it's not going to go up at long term, then yeah, I'll sell eventually. But I would like it to get up to that the $20 to $25 mark, and I believe it can. We're going to see a lot that happens. I just need to know what we can do in order to make this boom, because we can put in our buys, but it doesn't look like it's enough to partner with their sells or their ladder tactics, I mean. Yeah, it's shooting up right now. I see it moving. 851. Yeah, it's definitely shooting up. You could see this downward trajectory, which is what I want to see. I want to see movement like this. The problem is that it's not coming quick enough. So hopefully we see a lot of movement where it gets down to, this point here, this low point, 804, pulls up to 849. I want to see that movement. Yes, hold. Living with the Guzmans, hold. Cost is not moving at all. I mean, I don't know how much volume goes into there. I would imagine it's a lot. How'd they do in the pre-market? Thank you for the super chat, TR. Are you and the others in this group aware of Man Capital's involvement with GameStop? They were the same company that took down Toys R Us. No, I am not aware of that. I'll make a note and I have to look into that. I don't know where my notes actually are because I had them here. Let me make sure. Let me do game. Write this all over. What is it? Bain Capital? I'll have to look into that. That's a good call out. I hate typing with this in my hand. Today I just cannot type. This is ridiculous. All right, I'll look that up. That's going to be, I'm going to have some notes here to take back. But thank you for calling that out. I did not know that, and thank you for the $5 super chat. They took down Toys R Us, KB Toys, and okay, wow. We have buying power, men and women. More green sticks than red sticks, and think more people are waking up. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just, are we going to be suppressed in any way? Are they going to limit our trading? I haven't heard somebody say that I couldn't buy. I can't buy on this, I couldn't buy on that. I didn't hear it. So that's always a good thing. But we do have the volume. We have a lot of people that are interested, especially at this low price. What is my job? I'm a senior financial analyst for a hospital system. Would you sell BB or hold? It depends where I got in. So I don't know where you actually got in, but I knew that they didn't have the volume. This is why I never bought BB, even though a lot of people were saying, hey, buy BB, do this, buy Nokia. I should have bought COS. But A lot of people were telling me to buy those, and I just didn't see the volume in them. So that's where I was like, okay, this can't happen. Let me reboot this now. But yeah, I know we have the buying power, but I just didn't think of, getting into those stocks. I think I'm mixing two things together. 864. Yeah, we're moving up. I would like to see us get above that $10 mark because we're still really waiting. AMC getting ready to boom. Can't wait. It's looking like it's on an upward trajectory, even though we do see some of these down sticks. The same thing with red sticks. We also see GME, AMC both really following the same pattern here. So I'm getting tired. I'm about to end this stream. I'll do 5 minutes just to make it even 3:30 of a full stream. You bought 1,400 shares at $13. Can he still profit? I think he can. The thing is he comfortable with 1,400 shares at $13? So you obviously have more than me. It's over $10 or $10,000, right? So or is he comfortable with how much money he put in there? I think buying more at these lower prices probably will bring that average cost down so that he can get closer to break even if he feels like it's not going to get up to that point. But it's all about what you feel. Hopefully your friend can make some money from it. Hopefully he makes the right decision for his situation. So yeah, SNDL has bigger short interest than GME volume. It's good to know. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Larry. I appreciate that so much, but that is good to know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done, guys. I appreciate everybody that stopped through here. Hopefully this continues to go up. I'm hoping we get something good out of the deal. We have another super chat coming in here. I heard there was an SSR on AMC today. Can you explain what that is? Basically, if it's short sale restriction where they can't short sell that stock. Nobody can. It's restricted for multiple days. I think it's 2 days. And it's on AMC and GME. The only thing is that somehow, some way, these Wall Street hedge funds are actually trading these shorts back and forth and artificially showing a sell in some cases. So that's what it's looking like here, because it's still matching the same pattern of AMC and GME are still the same pattern. So that would be my explanation of it. So they're basically restricted from short selling at this point. So anytime it does go up, they're restricted from short selling. We can't short sell it. So take a look at the times. Our last couple red sticks started at 10:54, 10:54, 10:44, 10:34. See, they're doing something there. They're doing something every 10 minutes. So you think it's a bot that's actually taking control of this? That's crazy. Thank you for the super chat. I'll definitely look into this. I'll type this in because I gotta get going. Candlestick box 54. Okay. All right. Well, I have to get going because I have a meeting that I have to get into and also prepare for that meeting. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all of the love that I've been getting, all of the super chats, all of the comments, and all of the congratulations for hitting 100K. I'm so excited that I did. Thank you so very much. Right now AMC's at 850 and hopefully it continues to move up. GMC's at 99, about to push 100. Nokia's around, they're obviously down for the day for 58. So thank you again for everybody. Make sure you check out some of the links down below. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. Also check out some of the links, but Webull, if you want to sign up for a new Webull account, you'll get free stocks when you deposit $100. Also check out some of my credit card links if you're interested in that. Those are referral links. So yeah, I'm getting out of here. Thank you everybody again, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream or any video that I post today. See ya.